we have Mr. Welly versus JP Sleer, Cork versus UCD. Eric, this should be a great match.
Yeah, looking forward to it. As we can see, it's already 2-1 to Welly so far. Now, Welly has the ball with Brown, looking out wide. The ball is played out wide to Adauda, still looking inside into Ogbene. Ogbene tries to turn and shoot. It is going to be a very good game. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sleater can do. He's the newcomer of the event, playing against Welly, who is, a veteran as such. He did play in the inaugural E-League of Ireland 2 years ago. So let's see if he can stay with his current record of reaching the semi-finals at the very least.
And he's doing well on the attack here, looking for the ball out wide, but has to recycle. Eric, we see games like this time and time again. It's not about forcing the passes. It's about taking your time, making sure every single attack counts here. And JP's going to need to do that if he wants to get back into this game.
Yeah, so there is two legs of this game. So, you have to remember, once it finishes 90, the game reloads again, and then they play a second leg. So, a 2-1 down. It isn't a terrible score, really. One goal going into the second leg is always not as bad as 2 goals. I'm sure we're all aware of that. But a very good chance there from Sleater. He's going to have to do that and make sure to manage the game as best as possible, because when you're playing with somebody as experienced with Welly, he will dominate the ball, and if he starts doing that, the less chances you're going to get.
Yeah, even with that being said, we can see JP here. He does have that 5 at the back as well, and you know yourself, Eric, from playing the game, it can be hard sometimes to move forward on the counter-attack, and as much as it's good defensive, you can have a bit of lackluster moving forward.
Yeah, so you do have to play a little bit slower against somebody in a 5-back. But as you can see, both are actually in 5-backs. This could be a very slow game. We are saying that it is a little bit more defensive to play in a 5-back, but we've had 3 goals in the first 64 minutes thus far, and we might see more. I think the 5-back this year, the wing-backs go so far up, but they come back so quickly. So it can be a great tool for both, attacking and defence.
And we see here, Dowd, was one of those moments. The shot goes in, a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. Goes back in, Gallagher to clear out, and that was a close chance again. Welly really looking promising on the attack.
Yeah, I must say I'm a little bit surprised there that the ball back in from Sleater was into the middle of the park. But here he is with an over-the-top ball. No joy, and Bazunu collects nicely. But we have 20 minutes to go. Do you see any goals happening next 20 minutes?
I mean, look, both of these players, the attacks have looked nice. I mean, JP there, he went for that high through ball. Those fast ones over the top can really catch out any single opponent. You have so many things to defend in this game, whether it's the short passes, cutting passing lanes, but that over the top ball can catch anybody out. JP could get a go with that, but listen, he's up against the man. It's Mr. Welly. We know what he can do in the pro scene. He's one of the best, and he's here for a reason. Yeah,
you're dead right about that, and he has made the quarters. We've already seen one upset tonight. We're going to hope that there isn't another for his sake, but in this mode with the 95 rated cards, UCD versus Cork, who is obviously playing as Ireland because Cork aren't in the game. If Cork were in the game, then they would be getting played, but unfortunately Welly has to use Ireland for the time being. With this mode, everybody usually plays Ultimate Team, so we're very unique in that sense, where we actually play with the teams as best as possible that qualified, say, with. So myself, I'm playing with Dundalk in the other semi-final, and I'm going to play with Dundalk in the tournament. So it's a very unique system. I don't think any other E-League in the world really does it like we do.
Yeah, it's very, very unique. And, once again, it's a task for players. Like you said it yourself there, they're used to their ultimate teams and kind of building their own teams. But here, they're playing with different squads. So it really shows the diversity of the pro players here.
Yeah, it really does, actually. So as we saw with Emerald getting Tyrone out of the tournament, but nobody really had ever heard of him in a pro sense. He'd only started competing in the last few months. But because of this mode, maybe this is his mode. This is the way he likes to play. And Tyrone, maybe he would have preferred Ultimate Team. But this is just the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm looking forward to seeing this quarterfinal. The ball went out just there for a UCD ball.
Here we go. I mean, look, we got some great fixtures coming up ahead, of course. The winner of this going to go up against Owen Mulligan in the semi-finals. You have your game coming up soon as well, Eric. How are you feeling about your fixture?
Yeah, feeling good. Emerald, we're going to call it the ball derby because both of us, unfortunately, lack follicles in our head. But we are looking forward to it. Yeah, he's a good friend. I've played against him quite a lot of times. It should be a good match. And I'm looking forward to obviously seeing the other game as well, which is obviously going to be Sleater or Welly play against Owen.
Yeah, it's going to be some fantastic games up ahead here. We're seeing the stats pretty even. 5 shots there to Welly versus 3 shots for JP. Like you said yourself there, we still have another leg to go. 10 minutes left on the clock. When it comes to these kind of finite moments in the game, though, Eric, you know yourself, it's all about holding the ball and making most of the last opportunity of the game here. So you're probably going to see a much slower pace for the next couple of minutes.
I agree. This is the way it should be played. But again, maybe the slight lack of experience in Sleater there has made him lose the ball with only a few minutes to go. When there is only a few minutes to go, you want to make the best chances possible, and Welly has got it.
Woo, what a finish. Adam Ida puts it in the back of the net, and that means that Welly goes 3-1 up here in the quarterfinals. What a fantastic bit of passing play there.
Yeah, and again, as we just mentioned, you were right in what you said. You should be going a little bit slower into the final 10 minutes of the game, because whatever chance you get, you want them to be pinned back already, so it takes them a little bit even longer to get up the pitch. But unfortunately, his lack of experience perhaps got in the way just there and made him lose the ball in the middle of his own half, and he obviously conceded quickly.
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to the pro scene, we know Welly, he's been around for a couple of years now. He's well versed in these kind of last minute games, and he really showed his experience there, going 3-1 up. A couple of minutes left on the clock, and he's instigating what we were just talking about, slowing down the play, making sure that 90-minute chance is his. And, you know, at the end of the day, having a 2-goal lead into that second leg is going to favour him.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, 2 goals is like one is a very touchy one, because if you can get the goal to get a 2-goal cushion, then you're feeling very good. But if it goes back to, say, a draw or 2-2, then unfortunately, you know, the momentum starts to swing against you, and your opponent feels like he can make a real good comeback, just like Emerald did against Tyrone. You know, he was a goal down more than once. I don't think he ever led the game until the golden goal, and then he smacked one in outside the box. Green time finish, a beautiful finish.
Insane. That was a fantastic quarterfinal game, but that is going to be the first leg of this fixture. Mr. Welly versus JP going to go into the second leg now. 3-1 lead for Mr. Welly. He has it in his hands here. Like you were saying, both of these teams started off with that 5 back, so they have the defense to play the second leg, but JP is going to need to go attacking at some stage in this game.
Yeah, so he was using the 5-back for the first game there. We could see a little change in that. A lovely bit of play there from Welly. The 3 goals that he got, I would say, are thoroughly deserved. 61% possession to Welly over Sleater. In a tournament sense, it's if you're giving somebody that much ball time, you're going to concede so many more chances. And as we could see there, I think it was 3-6. So I would imagine for Sleater, his idea for next leg is to make sure that he can hold on to the ball a bit more and hopefully take the most out of his chances and give Welly less.
Yeah, 100%. Going back to what we were talking about there with this 5-back formation, you know, this year it's very, very popular, especially with the overlapping play from the wing-backs. One of those notable attacks from Mr. Welly at the end of that first game, we had O'Dowd on that left side overlapping, playing it into Ida in the middle. Very, very hard to defend against that. Even at a pro level, I'm sure you agree, that extra person out wide really can cause havoc.
Yeah, especially there's really only 2 options as a defender. You have to not let them down the line at all, but then they have so much space coming inward, or they can run down the line themselves, and if you give them the space to, you knock it out for a throw for them, and they still have possession of the ball. So it can be a very difficult thing to conquer, especially as a defender. But you just have to, in my opinion, you stick by the byline and hope that they can't get by you. You take the throws when they come against you, but unfortunately, it's really hard to get the ball back off the wings from a wing back.
Yeah, it really can be. All right, here we go. Game number 2 between Mr. Welly and JP Sleater. We have JP, of course, in the UCD blue kit, and Mr. Welly in the orange Irish kit here. Big game ahead for both of these players. You know, they came here at the end of the day to take home this title. This is the next step in their journey. Let's see how they perform in this game. We have JP on the ball here trying to pass around, but that midfield well pressured by Mr. Welly, and once again taking control of the game. He already had, like we said, 60% possession in that last fixture. We could expect something similar in this game from him.
If not more so, because of the fact he's 2 goals up. He now has that cushion. He doesn't need to go as gung-ho as he may have in the first leg. But, I mean, God knows, really, it being the quarter-final, Welly may want to show off a little bit, and then, strike some fear into his opponents going into the semi-final. As you can see here, he is going forward with O'Dowd, still attacking as fluid as ever, but the ball is taken away from Bean to Haste. Looking for the counter-attack, UCD are now going forward, and I think he finds a true ball over the top. I think if that was on the ground, he had a little bit better of a chance. Yeah,
we've seen JP trying that in the last fixture, going for that high true ball. Then, we talk about it, the first time one can be very, very effective there, but he needs to time that well if he's going to break that defence. With that 5-back as well, you've 3 centre-backs you've got to break down if you're going down the middle, so you have to make the right decision. And speaking of right decisions, here we have Mr. Welly going through Ogbene, but Gallagher just clears it out again there, mixing up the attacks, but, Mr. Welly definitely keeping JP on his feet.
Yeah, exactly that. And sometimes the best form of defence is attack. and that's just something that we've seen there. The best thing I think you can do is, if you want to not concede a goal, push back your defence as far as possible. That's what Welly's trying to do here. He is waiting until everybody is forward and get down the line like such, making your opponent's defensive line even further back. And then when you try and break out from that...
Green time! Oh, it's top bins! What a finish by Brown! That gives another goal for Mr. Welly here to lead this second leg. We seen the green time, Eric, and we both knew that that was going in that corner.
Yeah, in this 95 rated mode, some of the long shots I'm seeing today are definitely not suspect, just not suspected. But at the moment, we see maybe we got a return. We don't. A great defending there from from Mr. Welly. But at 4-1, this is looking like a mountain now for JP Sleater.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, there is still minutes to play on the clock, but Welly's showing here that, you know, he makes these attacks and he gets them. He makes sure of them and he puts them away, and that's what he does realistically. A couple of goals to score here for JP. He has a bit of time here, but we just see how well he's so controlling the ball, and even at time he's going to be frustrating his opponents with his possession there. Defended very well by JP, and you know, over the next 70 minutes it's going to be interesting to see how JP replies.
Yeah, at the moment we're seeing a lot of first-time through balls from JP Sleater, and as I played him, he was in my group. You know, he came second in my group, and that's how he came out. I didn't see as many over-the-top through balls as he's doing today, but in practice games in the last few days, he was, you know, plugging away with them quite a lot. And here he is going forward. Hayes passing to Izakor. Does get the ball back. Now looking for somebody to pass it to. A little Lacraqueta pass into Hayes. Back to Norris. Straight down the goalkeeper. But it's a penalty.
It's a penalty, Eric. Defense on the floor there. JP has a chance.
This is a huge chance for JP to get himself slightly back in the game. Dinks it down the middle. It's cheeky. It's 2 goals down still, but it's a goal.
Fantastic goal. Listen, he had cool, composed finish there, right down the middle. You know, you're not going to be expecting that in a competitive game like this. Is that what JP needs right now to get back into this game? That little bit of charisma back into his game after scoring that, and you know, he needs to use it to his advantage.
Yeah, so it's not only just about trying to get your own mojo back together once you find yourself a few goals down. It's trying to break your opponent's flow state, because as we see, Welly was playing phenomenally, scored 4 goals, green time shooting, keeping the ball, making very little mistakes. But when you can get a goal like that and maybe strike some fear into your opponent, maybe it didn't though. Great keeper movement from JP Sleater. He knew that Welly had it in him to shoot from post. He did green it, but the goalkeeper did collect.
Fantastic save there. You know, keeper movement being such a big factor this year. Is he onside? He was onside. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Keeper movement once again playing a massive factor here, Eric. Both saves absolutely phenomenal, but Welly, he wants some more. He's still on the attack here, slowing it down just slightly, but that was a moment of madness.
Yeah, I looked at you with surprise, because that goalkeeper movement is next to none.
Wow.
That's amazing, because otherwise that is 100% a goal. He moved to the correct place, the exact amount for the goalkeeper to make sure he collected it and brought it out for a corner rather than a goal. And we have Izakor, who just whipped the ball off of Welly in the centre mid position. Behan looking for somebody running forward. Does find an over-the-top ball, but it is easily collected back into Bazunu.
Yeah, very nicely done. You know, at this level, those high through balls, head them back to the keeper every single day. It's the way to go. 1-1 here, though. I mean, look, 40 minutes in, we could have had an error there. You know, we've seen them, Eric. I'm sure you've seen them in the weekend league. You have moments of madness like that.
I scored in the group stages of E-League of Ireland.
There you go.
I did. It was a great goal.
It was a great goal, he says. Things like that can happen all the time. You've got to be very, very careful with your keeper movement and when you kick the ball out here. But speaking of, we have Mr. Welly on the attack here. He's holding the ball. He's going to switch up the play. Works very well with that 5-back, of course, having that wing back to push forward works extremely well, and he's just controlling the game so well here. Once again, holding it up until half time. Going to go on the attack now in just a minute, and we know what he can do up front. He's been so successful getting into the box, and here he is again. Goes for the pass back to O'Dowd, just goes a bit wide, but he's still onside here. Goes for this ball into the box here. Ferguson goes for the turn. Could be a pen. Man still in, and what great defending by JP. The shots are coming in here, left, right, and centre. Eric, this defence is all over the place, but it just goes out, and that's the halftime whistle.
Yeah, it was starting to get a little bit sloppy there, but that can happen, you know, in tournament setting. Nerves do kick in, and it's not just, I'm not sitting here on a pedestal. The same will probably happen to me in my semi-final at times. Nerves can kick in. It's how you react to them once they go. Can you recover and retain possession a little bit, get yourself to ease, calm down, and go again from there. But 2 goals still for UCD to find, and with JP Sleater at the wheel. I wonder, do you think he can do it?
We've seen some moments from him where he's looked very, very good on the attack. Even at the end of that last game, he had 1 or 2 chances. I think he can do it, but the problem is a player like Mr. Welly, he's been in the game. He knows what he's doing. Possession-wise as well, very hard to get the ball off of. If Welly wants to control the ball for 20 minutes, he will. So JP needs to find a way to get around that. If he gets a goal quick going into this second half, it's going to give him a lot of confidence going into the end of the game. But it's all about, for me, the next 15 or 20 minutes. He needs to make that statement and make it early. Yeah,
so at the moment, it's going to be a very interesting finish to this game. Will Welly decide to just kind of start playing it out? He has already held a lot of possession, but trust me when I say he can hold more. And that is something that we might see, because if I was him, I'd probably do the same, because you are winning by 2 goals. You have to make a decision whether you want to win comfortably or do you want to win with a bit of rhythm, with a bit of groove in you, and that's something that he's going to have to decide. But he is true here with Evan Ferguson on the ball, looking for the goalkeeper movement once again. A great save, great goalkeeper movement from Sleater, but the worry is not over yet. O'Dowd on the ball, passes it out to Knight into the box. John Egan on the ball, of all people. The ball is now safely to Behan, but again, losing the ball in the centre of the pitch. Sleater does have to stop doing that.
I mean, look, he gets the ball out. He's under a lot of pressure at the moment, but we have to say, one of his best features that we've seen, especially this game, that keeper movement. He's just on the ball with it every single time, and it's something that only Welly has been able to catch out once. It saved them a lot of goal chances here. But we need to see JP on the attack. Defensively, he seems to be doing all right. That goalkeeper movement saved them a couple of chances, but we all want to see that attack. Can he do it in the next couple of minutes? We're going to have to wait and find out.
Yeah, so at the moment, Ogbene once again on the ball. Gone short, has Welly from the corner. Out to Knight once again. Is he looking for another shot? Into O'Shea, of all people. Then O'Dowd, I think, and once again he's kind of clustered out by JP Sleater, which is great defending, but he does lose the ball in his own half for probably the 3rd time of this half. It's only been 10 minutes. Knight on the ball, looking for a pass across and can't find it. I think Sleater really does need to find something now to be able to break out of this magnificent press of Welly's.
Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about Welly being able to hold the ball here, but he's completely ignored that process. He's saying, right, I can get another goal. I know I can. I'm going to keep pushing these players forward. Been very, very unlucky on a numerous number of occasions here already in this second half, but we need JP to move forward here. He has the ball here. It's the most amount of possession we've seen him have in the second half. Can he make something of this now? O'Shea cover as well, and Welly just so versed in that defence. He's able to cut those passing lanes off so quickly. Yeah,
exactly. And now with 30 minutes left on the clock, 2 goals up, I think this is Welly. Welly pausing that game speaks to me like it's time to take the win. He is still obviously going to attack because, as I said, sometimes attacking is the best form of defence. And, try and keep Sleater pinned back. And as we've seen already, Sleater is losing the ball in his own third very, very frequently. So the best place for Welly to keep him is where he is mostly losing the ball.
Yeah, in that midfield, he's able to cut it out very well. Even on the press, we see Welly going forward, and then when JP's trying to get the ball out, he's just cutting those passing lanes very quickly, getting the ball back. And like you said yourself there, it's nearly like he has him trapped at times.
Yeah.
That pressure, if he keeps putting that on, eventually we could be looking at a Mr. Welly goal. But listen, Eric, we've seen FIFA. We've seen so many games like this. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it really can, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next 28 minutes because Sleater needs to pull something out of the bag here. He has been under the cosh for the last 60 minutes and obviously lost 3-1 in the first leg too. So he will have to start going gung-ho at some point in the next 20 minutes. But I wouldn't panic too much. If you can get 1 goal before the 80th minute, you have a chance. And if you go too fast and press too much too quickly, you might find yourself 3 or 4 more down.
Yeah, 100%. Being in your position, Eric, obviously, being a competitive player here, if you're against Welly in this situation where you need to get a goal, what are you doing? What is your one thing that you're mixing up to try get that goal if you're JP?
I think I need to switch the ball a little bit more. As we just see now, another over-the-top ball. This one has pulled off. Nolan out wide, looking inside. Is there a pass on? Nearly. Welly once again breaking away. Possible chance on here for Welly. Plenty of different alternative routes to take. He doesn't take any. He's biding his time. The ball is over the top, inside, and it's a goal. Does he go for it? He does. And it's great defending. Once again, great goalkeeper movement. Welly could have easily cut him out, but when it's under pressure, things seemed to happen differently.
2 or 3 men open there, defended well by JP, brought the keeper out to the edge of that box to clear that ball, but that was a moment of madness again. Once again, Welly just not able to find the back of the net, has massive chances here, but look at this pressure, it's absolutely ridiculous. Ida on the ball, finds Ferguson in the middle, goes out wide to Doherty, has a man in the middle once again in Ida, but can he find him? He cannot. Keeney keeps the ball out there, and the break is on for JP. He needs a goal, and he needs it now.
Yeah, I fear that Sleater is now in rush mode. That's what I call it. When you need a goal or two, but you become too direct, and it's actually detrimental to how you play. It's quite the opposite of what exactly you want, but it's kind of a natural reaction to I really want to score very quickly. So you think you should play and move more quick. The actual thing you should do is play a little bit slower, make sure to bide your time, and create the best chance possible. Because that is the best way to score in FIFA this year. And unfortunately, Sleater, I think, is slightly letting the occasion get to him. But he's done very well to get to the quarters, and he's brought Welly right down to the last 15 minutes. And he still does have a chance. But Welly back post into Adam Ida. A few step overs, looking for a pass across. And Elastico. And the ball is in the back of the net. Adam Ida, fantastic skills, fantastic finish. And it looks like Welly is going to the semi-finals.
Oh, proud of seeing that, being, of course, working with Norwich City
Yeah,
at the moment.
of course.
Adam Ida puts it in the back, and then a little elastic go out wide. And once again, the green time finishing, it has to be done. And that's where you see it working its best against the goal, across the keeper. And look, it looks like Welly here has the upper hand here going into the next game.
Yeah, so there's plenty of goals down there with 4 in total with 15 left. It's nearly mathematically impossible within FIFA, especially when you're up against a 5-back.
Yeah.
But, you know, credit to Sleater, he did give it his all. I think game management-wise, maybe things could have went differently if he approached the game with a slightly different mindset. But he has shown plenty of streaks of good. He scored 8 goals in total against me in the groups over 4 games. So,
wow.
yeah, this is his first year in competitive FIFA. You know, he's still getting to about 600, 700 skill rating within the elite division. So he's definitely an up-and-comer and somebody that maybe for next year could go on and get to the semis or even further.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, everybody coming here, as much if they're experienced or if they're new to the game, they're coming here for the day itself and to pick up that bit of experience with it as well. So massive credit to JP for getting this far and, you know, like you said already, putting it up against Mr. Welly. Obafemi, though, looking for the fake shot, tries to go out wide, and once again, just controlling the game there. That just shows the expertise, doesn't it, at the end of the day? Having those men going forward and still being like, I'm going to recycle and go back here to make sure I keep the ball. Yeah,
that's Welly all over in a nutshell, but he keeps winning the ball back so high up the pitch. I'm very impressed with the way Welly has managed this game and the way he's took the most of a lot of his chances. Obviously, very unlucky with the keeper movement that was shown by Sleater, which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think there's very many in the FIFA scene that could do something like that. But here he is. He might get a cancellation goal. No, unfortunately, O'Shea does his best to clear it. It does fall back into Nolan. Doyle on the ball. Egan well intercepted. And the ball can now break away for Welly once again.
Yeah, very unlucky there not to get that consolation goal. And here we have Ida out that right wing, making pace. He has men in the middle in Ferguson. And he tries to give the pass to him, doesn't get it, but has a second chance here. A second bite of the cherry. Adam Ida goes for the skill. Oh, that is unbelievable. But Keeney, well defended here by JP. And he's going to try to get that over the top ball. Finally, we see it work. Can JP get that goal? Doyle on the ball, trying to press into the box. Egan just cleans it out there. Couple of minutes left on the clock, and now we're looking once again at the other side. It's another counter-attack. The play is getting very attacking.
Yeah, it is. Now that there's just a little bit of a gap between Welly and Sleater in terms of goals, I think Welly's kind of put the foot off the gas, and now he can freely attack. He can freely defend, and whatever happens. I think all fear has been lost.
It has indeed. Ida with the ball, tries to shoot that near post. Keeper saves here. It's going to be the last kick of the game. Ball's probably going to go out of play. And Egan holds it, and that is going to be that. That means that Mr. Welly, representing Cork, is going to go through to the semi-finals. Commiserations to the JP, had a fantastic game, but that was a great fixture from both players.
Yes, man.
Came from my old school. They used to chat about. Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
Young Lady Evan. This gang shit right here, baby, you know what I'm saying? Look. Yeah. We shoot our shot, but none of us carry a gun. She said she love me, but she don't know where I'm from. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War, 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 war. We start a war, 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 war. We start a war. You want the crown, but you don't know I want it more. Too busy seasoning the beef, I like it raw. She said she love me, but she do not know what for. This is my game, so no one's beefing with your core. They made a rape on me and my guys, we made it poor. I made a shit like H2 will take you on tour. Give me my money or I'm about to kick your door. They won't be chatting when I drop them to the floor. See, every situation starts with lip buttons and gun. And if my niggas shooting, then we aiming for your lung. And if you see my guys up in your crib, you better run. Cause if we catch you locking on my life, you're getting done. And every competition in my name, I haven't won. Young Shakur, I'm Tupac's son. Music is my life, I do it hard, I'm having fun. Mama told me focus on your dreams and starting young. We shoot our shot, but none of us carry a gun. She said she love me, but she don't know where I'm from. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War, 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 war. We start a war, bro. Say my name out in the public, that's a no-no. You need your guys to pick you up, I'm riding solo. And when I got that line up to do in factory, I felt like Stonesy when he was picking up his mobo. They never put me in the back, I'm in the front row. Oh no, hoe can never break the bro code. They think I died for 5 months, I was in ghost mode. Now I'm back and now I'm charging up for God mode. We shoot a shot, but none of us carry a gun. She said she love me, but she don't know where I'm from. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War, 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 war. We start a war, 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 war. We start a war. Yeah. I'm 11. This gang is real life for you.
Give me the top winner. All right, everyone, can we please welcome Mark Scanlon, League of Ireland Director, to say a few words and officially open the E-League of Ireland Finals 2023. Do you want to do a test? All right, everyone. Can we please welcome Mark Scanlon, League of Ireland Director, to say a few words and officially open the E-League of Ireland Finals 2023. Give him a round of applause.
about us? What do you mean, us? Well, like, aren't you my girlfriend now? Oh, you mean like you own me? I'm sorry. Ugh, you're always apologizing. 25. Just tell me what you want. You should know what I want. I want you to act the same way to me.
Remember when we went camping up in Dunmore? Looking up at the stars, fell asleep on the floor. I knew I had feelings, I just wasn't sure. Till we walked in the room and I know it is speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck, I know it is speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck, oh. Do you remember the times when I called you my baby? Used to get so jealous and you flirting with Sadie. So I made you mine and you went on and played me. You got drunk at the party, I know it is speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck, I know it is speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck, oh. Remember when we walked on the streets of DMR? And you told me one day that I'm gonna be a star. We sat beside a tree, you got picked up in the car. And I just miss the old days. I know we ain't speaking. I know we ain't speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck. I know we ain't speaking. I know we ain't speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving. I thought you were deep in my love. You thought I was cheating. Oh fuck. Oh. I know we ain't speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. Deep in my love. Cheating. Oh fuck. I know we ain't speaking. I'm sorry for leaving. Deep in my love. Cheating. Oh fuck.
Yeah. I know, don't worry. Look, me and you have been through so much together for a while. And I don't know. Like for real, you're really sure about this, aren't you? And that's okay. But my door's always open. Just let me know when you're coming back home.
You can do this all alone. You don't come alive no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Tell me when you're coming home. Anytime you feel alone, please just call me on my phone. You can do this all alone. You don't come alive no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Just tell me when you're coming home. Baby girl, I love you, I mean it, we had a vision. I was gonna make it and focus on my ambition. How could we just go from the nights when we were kissing? Now we at a point of our lives, we reminiscing. If a nigga try to play you, I'm shooting, I won't be missing. Just a while ago, we were cooking up in my kitchen. All that superstition, we pushed them into existence. Now we just ain't speaking and now the sides started switching. Tell me that.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back onto the ELOI pitch with Owen Mulligan versus Mr. Welly, Drogheda and Cork. And joining me today is, of course, Gary. He's been bringing you through these quarterfinals. More than excited to see what will happen next. How do you feel about this matchup?
Listen, it's going to be a fantastic game. You know, we're talking about Owen Mulligan. He's had a fantastic campaign here, coming all the way through to semi-finals, and he's up against a guy we all know in the FIFA scene, Mr. Welly. He's the guy you don't want to play against. He knows what he's doing, and listen, this is going to be a great fixture. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Mr. Welly, obviously, I've watched him play a couple of times, and he is absolutely lethal with those opportunities. It's like you don't miss when he has it just in the right place, the right time, and he always seems to get there. But we can't talk enough about him. Drogheda, they also have had some stellar chances. Sometimes they slip away, though, and that's something we have to keep an eye on. Can they do it today on LAN in person while you're looking your opponent in the face?
Yeah, listen, LAN, it's a different environment. When you're sitting at home, you're comfy, you have your own setup, it's a different environment here. These guys are live in the Aviva Stadium here, and this is what it's all about. It's being crowned the champion of the Irish FIFA scene. We have Welly here. We can see his team as well. He's rocked that 5 at the back, and we're already talked already in previous games of how it's the way to go for the pros. They love that overlapping play from the wing backs, and we're going to see a lot of that today.
Yeah, we do have a slight technical issue popping up, so we'll check that out really quickly. Oh, it's the controller mic. Okay, so there's a controller mic going through. Don't worry about that. That does happen.
It happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. It's happened. I've actually seen it myself. I tried to play on stream once, play a bit of FIFA, and everything went wrong for me almost immediately. Everything. And I've been streaming for quite a few years and producing for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Everything went wrong. These things happen, but we will be getting straight back into this one. And I want to ask you something, because you talked about the comfort of being at home.
Yeah.
You've played a LAN before. Right. So what's the biggest difference for you? Do you play like at home? Are you in the bed? Do you have a beanbag? what are you kind of relaxing with? And then you go to LAN, you're like, oh, there's a gaming chair, there's lights everywhere.
Yeah, I'll tell you something for free. You're leaning forward a lot more in a LAN. When you're at home, you got the comfort of your chair. You know, it's your own setup at the end of the day. It's your own place, you know. When you're at a LAN, you know, you have the environment. You have people around you as well. I feel like that's something that you have to learn, and that's where experience comes into play. Having people around you and being in an environment where you know there's a lot of people watching, that's what these guys are faced against today. And you know, these guys are pros for a reason. They're here for a reason. They know what they're doing. But on the day, it's all about who is the best.
Who is the best in that? Sometimes there is a bit of luck. Sometimes just a red line goes in. Sometimes you got to watch those too. But we do have some good play coming already from Mr. Welly. He's out on this side, and this is something we've talked about a lot. That there's not a lot of balls in over the top. It's all about playing along the edges of the play. You play it in to the center almost every time, and it's a meta that's developed, and you've spoke a lot about it. I've seen your TikToks. I've seen you doing the old keepy uppies straight into the volley into the top corner. I've seen it. Yeah, but how do you feel about the meta yourself? Do you feel like playing that style really works out well in these kind of stages?
I mean, it's the go-to. We're seeing it here literally as we're talking about it from both players. Going out wide, it's because it's the most free zone. You know, at the end of the day, you're controlling one player. Your whole defense is controlled by AI for the majority of it.
Ooh.
They stand in the middle. Out wide, you're in control, and it's kind of manual. It's 1v1 out wide. So that's why a lot of these pros kind of favour it, and that's why the 5 at the back seems to be the favourite formation in this competition.
Yeah, that is the formation we are going to be looking at here, and I am one of those people that really does like the adaptability of a player, the ability to change some things up and kind of put the back foot onto your opponent. But right now, it's a very slow game. No one wants to give an inch. No one wants to give any space here whatsoever, because it's our semi-final. You're so close to that final, and that's where you really get to show your stuff. Play it calm, play it collected, and we'll see you in the final more than likely.
That's exactly what it's about. And you know, even earlier I was talking to some of the other pros about Mr. Welly. I described him as a viper because he holds the ball, he holds possession, but he attacks so quickly. Just like that, he'll be inside the box and he'll be shooting. He's one of those players where he catches you off guard so quickly. You got to be on your toes against Mr. Welly.
On your toes, that has to be the story here for Owen Mulligan, as they are starting to get closer into this one on the edge of the box, but they can't find the avenue, they can't find that channel to work through. Going to take it back a little bit, try to make some space. Does get a lovely pass through the legs. That's not what you wanted to see, but good defense. Gets it back, and I just want to see that opening goal. It's always the cleanest one is the first one.
Yeah, it has to be said as well. Owen, his defence is looking very good here. You know, it's not easy to defend against this pass and play that we're seeing from Welly, so he looks very strong defensively. I haven't seen much from him in attack. Want to see what he can do. Obviously, still very early in the game. We have 2 legs here to play as well, Seder, so you got to think, you know, these guys are playing the long game. It's not all about scoring early on. They want to play it, and they want to hold possession as much as they can.
Yeah, keeping a control of possession, unlike Tottenham Hotspur over the last couple of weekends.
We won't talk about that.
No, I'm a United fan. I'm not allowed to talk about much right now. But we do have, like, that's one of the things about teams these days, that the person that can control possession more, whether it's professional or virtual, if you can hold the ball, you're winning. That's the most important thing. Like, you still do need a couple of goals going back and forth, but it is a little bit worrying now. You see the first pause being cued, so Welly here, he's going to be trying to change up some of his tactics already, so I think he's a little bit worried.
I mean, he could be, like I already said, Owen Mulligan's defence here has been on point. He seems to have that wall fortified in that defence here, and he's on the counter-attack here with Draper, looking for an option out wide. Can he find that true ball? He's going to go out wide, look for that avenue, but controlling it yet again and switching the play, it's something you love. This he resets the whole, the whole gameplay, and it's looking like it's a stalemate so far. But this is what you expect in a pro game. They're here for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's such high-level tactics that they kind of both know what the other's trying to do, and it's just getting that inch, getting that nice pass that just breaks open the defence, and they'll take the opportunity to turn the Travellas. All the skill moves coming out, but he can't find the space, and they're playing it out from the back now. It was looking dangerous, but it just doesn't quite get there in the end.
It was very close. Owen Mulligan there with a bit of trickery and a bit of madness, It's not often you see skill moves coming out like that out of nowhere, but Owen Mulligan really making use of it here, and if he keeps playing like that, he could get another chance on goal. But we've Welly moving forward here, still controlling the play in the midfield. Welly really making sure that his next chance counts here. In the last game we seen Welly in the quarterfinals, he had a couple of chances that he just couldn't put in the back of the net. Keeper movement was not his friend. He just couldn't find the net. But Owen Mulligan here, defence is looking very good. The keeper hasn't had much to do yet. It looks like Welly has a puzzle there he needs to figure out.
Yeah, a bit of a puzzle indeed, and it's not quite a Rubik's Cube, it's a lot more than that. There's too many pieces in this one, and right now the channels, they're being locked down. The defence is good coming through from Owen, and he's really playing well. He's got to keep an eye on how he wants to attack though, because he's had one opportunity and kind of just dissolved into nothing, and we kind of want to see a little bit more pressure coming through. We want to see Mr. Welly on the back foot, but right now he's got space, he's got time, he has players forward, but he just doesn't have the angle, he doesn't have the tiki-taka kind of football we want to see right now. The classic Arsenal, we're not going to talk about them either right now, because I think someone will be upset with us, but it's a great opportunity.
McCabe with a fantastic save there, and that's what I said about Welly. He just comes with a shot out of nowhere when you're not expecting it. A lot of great play there back and forth. It looks like, it's a very even game. Sometimes we see Welly getting a few goals early on here, but it's not the case at all. Owen Mulligan been able to hold out, and like you said it yourself there, he's covering the passing lanes extremely well here. So Welly, that's why we see him take the pop shot. He's finding it difficult. He needs to mix it up here, be diverse in his attack, and we're going to see more of that as the game progresses.
Have you seen that Welly's angle? Every single time he goes down that wing, he just gets cut immediately.
Yeah.
There's just a player sprinting right at them, and they can't get that pass in then. So I think maybe trying to work through that middle now, maybe pull some of that defence forward.
Yeah.
Something like that might work. You're the tactician, you're the FIFA god in my eyes. I wouldn't want to play against you, because I'd end up looking like an example against you. No offense, but example as probably my favorite player so far watching, because you can see his personality in the game. We're starting to see that right now a little bit, but not enough of it, because they're so close in level.
Yeah.
But do you think there is a little bit of a maybe play through the middle style that could come forward?
Yeah, look, I feel Welly's trying to go out wide here, and then he's struggling to get the ball into the centre. Owen's doing super well, just cutting out those passing lanes. So we need to see him make sure play. Johnston with the shot, defended so well once again by Owen Mulligan here, and Welly looking good. We've seen him have 2 attacks now back to back, getting 2 shots off. It looks like he's warmed up right now, and that's another factor. Every game you play, you're resetting in between the games. Warming up is a big thing. They have 2 legs to get into the zone here, and Welly looks like he is well and truly warmed up. Chance on goal here. Johnston with the fake, goes for the shot, defended well, nearly falls back to him, but once again Owen Mulligan doing extremely well defensively.
Yeah, calm, collected, and just surrounded and swarm the player, not giving them a chance to breathe there. The fake shot doesn't matter if one player goes for it, there's 2 more ready to take that ball back and take back possession. We do see an opportunity open up for him now. Oh, Draper doesn't get through. O'Dowd standing strong.
That's going to be the half-time whistle already.
I know there's a foul somewhere there.
No, yeah, I thought it was.
I
didn't know. But yeah, look, look, we see Welly with the shots here. Possession, 67%. As I said, Welly, he holds the ball and he attacks when he needs to. Been unlucky on a couple of chances there. Owen Mulligan playing very solid defensively. But listen, it's a game of goals. We want to see Owen and what he can do on the attack. He had 1 or 2 moments of magic out wide with the skill moves. We want to see him here really instigate an attack that's going to put Welly on the back foot. Can he do it? We have 45 minutes to see.
Yeah, and it's in that second half that he starts to have players kind of like fatigued out. Stamina starts to fall a little bit, and you got to worry, who do you have to take off and who has to have fresh legs? Where do you want to attack? Because if they can shut down your strong side, you make double defensive on the right hand side and they can shut that down easily. You've wasted your subs, and not having too many subs in the first half could prove problematic in the future. So tactics going to be coming through now. I know both players are going to be stressed and thinking about what they need to do, but
Yeah.
you're in the position for, we have Mr. Welly is the favourite leading into this one. You're in Owen's shoes. What are you changing up here?
I mean, look, defensively, he's doing what he needs to keep Mr. Welly out, but it's hard, once again, looking at the balance between defence and attack. You know yourself, if you have your midfielders getting back, if you throw one of them forward, you're lacking that person on the defence again. So, for me, personally, if I'm Owen, I got to think, right, what is the most outrageous way I can attack? One way that we've seen in the last game by JP, actually, is the first time high through ball. Really good at catching your opponent out over the top. It happens in an instant. You got to be very quick to defend it. So, might be something for him to try here coming into the second half, but then again, you know, he's the pro at the end of the day. We're going to see what he can muster up.
Yeah, that's the kind of football I used to enjoy, the balls over the top, the long ones, the Man City at the start of the season where they just played these amazing passes, like Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best. But
Crazy.
It is one of those styles I enjoy, and when it comes to this tiki-taka close range Arteta ball is the best way to put it. It has its flavours, but it's when you get those passes working in junction, you play what I like to call liquid football, then you really get to see it shine, and we haven't seen enough of it so far. One or two opportunities, but nothing concrete yet, and we need to get that going soon, and especially we want to see Owen really pick it up now and put the pressure down onto Mr. Welly, because you got to beat the favourite early. You got to get rid of them so then you become the favourite leading into those finals. Yeah,
100%. Like, realistically, he is the underdog, but he's proved that he can defend and he can make sure Welly isn't getting through on goal. We want to see him attack here, and we see him switching the play, and this is a good start, you know, looking for space out wide. He needs men in the middle, and he just doesn't have all those players for that he needs. His midfielders are dropped back into that CDM role, and that's why he's finding it difficult. He only has a striker to pass it to, and of course, up against Mr. Welly, if you've only one player to pass it to, you know Welly's going to cut that passing lane. So it's going to be an interesting couple of minutes. Welly looks like he's well warmed up here, and we're going to see what he does on the attack.
Yeah, we do see that ball go out, trying to switch the channel, but he has to pull it back to that mid immediately. He just doesn't have the numbers. He doesn't have the players in the right places. Bene will try and find something here, but swarmed by 3 members, and they will have to play it back. And if I was playing FIFA right now, my mates and I passed it back, they would have murdered me on the spot. 100%. You never play it back in FIFA, but this is the kind of game you have to constantly be thinking of keeping possession, finding that angle, finding the avenues. And right now, it might have to swap up the play. They might have to just go for a cross, go for something. But Mr. Welly, plenty to work with, plenty of time. Does manage to find some nice passes, but shut out immediately. It's all about that right stick control. Example spoke about it quite a bit, being able to intercept the passes. And Danny Campion, even when we were chatting with him on the last broadcast, he was saying that if you're a right stick control god, you can get to any stage you want as long as you know where that pass is going to go.
Yeah, look, the best pros in the business, you'll see them the second the ball is passed, they're already flicked on to the next guy and they know what they're doing. That's what you're going to see here from both of these players, and that's why you see these kind of stalemate moments when players are looking for the passes. Eventually you see a pattern, but that cross is not an unusual pattern. What a save by the goalkeeper. A moment of madness. That cross comes in, and we talked about it. I said it. I was like, oh, needs to do something drastic here and unexpected. That is the moment. He nearly had the goal there, but what a save by the goalkeeper.
Hands on head, I thought that was it. I thought he opened it. I thought Owen had done it. And that could be the difference between winning the leg. That first leg could be the difference between winning the whole series, going to those grand finals and sending Mr. Welly home. And you don't want to be going home from Aviva at this time, you know. Rush hour traffic? Not a chance. Not going to be happening now. But we will keep an eye on how this goes. I know Mr. Welly's feeling it after that one. He's got to find another adaptive play to kind of shake it up once again, because Owen's rattled him there, I think. Yeah,
100%. You know, I think Owen has gone into this expecting to play the defensive role and to catch Mr. Welly out on the counter attack here. I think he's already accepted that's how he's going to play these next 2 legs. It's worked very well for him so far, but can he defend against Welly for another leg after this? That's a completely other question. He's going to need to have this defense on lockdown. But that was a great attack there, and something that, you know, we were literally chatting and it happened out of nowhere. So you can only imagine how Mr. Welly was feeling defending that. It just came in absolutely out of nowhere. We need to see more of that from Owen here, and he's 15 minutes again to produce something like it.
15 minutes is not a lot of time in FIFA, but we'll have to see how he goes for it. Is it going to be that adaptive play once again? Is he going to try and fake it out? But he's going to get shut down immediately. Mr. Welly's not going to give him any space, any time, anywhere to go. And right now, that 5-strong line of the defence, there's no one able to break through that. Evan Ferguson has an opportunity, but it's not enough. The defence is too strong from both sides here, and this could go all the way to the game 2 without even a single goal.
Yeah, and listen, it's not something you usually see in these type of games. Usually there's 1 or 2 to break the deadlock here, but defence by both players has been absolutely phenomenal here. But there could be a chance. Johnston out wide, he has the pass in the middle, goes for the skill, goes for the pass across, and McCabe just about scrapes it out of the net there. Looked like it hit the post. There was a bit of a moment of madness, but it just goes to show you what Mr. Welly can do when he has the ball.
I had the Man United flashback. That was last weekend. With the, oh no, I can't be living through that again. De Gea just absolutely bottled it there, but that nearly happened again, and that would have been a heartbreak there, 100% for Owen if that one was going to turn into an opportunity. As we do get back onto the attack, Owen knows that there's not a lot of time left. This could be the one, this could be the opener. We could activate Fergie time right here, right now.
Yeah.
Go and bring it out back to the wing. He's going to need to find that pass soon. He's trying to get some skill moves going, but he does get one good pass, but he intercepted. Great little take there, and it's going to wear down the clock just a little bit here. Play out of his back and not let it go over, and get into that second leg and refresh the tactics and go for round 2.
Yeah, I think Welly is doing well here. He's holding the ball. I think he wants to refresh as much as Owen does at this moment in time. Both players here essentially on a stalemate the game. A lot of chances to be fair, but just moments of magic. You know, they came through plays of possession, and that's a big massive mistake here. The 90th minute is just around the corner here. Do we have a chance of Owen Mulligan? He's going to hold it here. We're going to see how much additional minutes there are. Only 1. This is the last attack. A loss of possession will mean the end of the first leg. Ball out that right hand side here, looking for a man in the middle, possibly for a cross, and he's going to need to get that pass through. O'Dowda cuts the passing lane, and that is going to be the end of the first leg. A stalemate here, but an exciting few moments throughout those 90 minutes.
Moments, but not enough of them. I don't think there was enough clarity in the moments. They seem to be... They were half chances at best, some of them, like that close one towards the post. It was very scrappy. That adaptive chance that came through from Owen was probably the highlight of this one. So we'll have to wonder how Owen's going to come into this one. There's going to be more plays like that. But how do you feel about how closely matched they are? Do you think that's indicative of the style, or is that pressure getting to them? Is that LAN experience kind of weighing on them a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like no matter what you do, coming from your home environment, going out to a LAN, you're going to change up something slightly. And I feel like naturally for these players, defensively is the way to go. Not only for the sake of them not conceding, but for them to feel out the other player, to try spot what mistakes they're making on the ball and, you know, what weaknesses they may have. And look, for both players here, it's been a stalemate after the first 90. How the next 90 are going to go, we're going to need to see. For me, I see Welly being a bit more attack in this game. I said, you know, earlier he kind of plays like a viper and he waits and he attacks. I feel like if he does that again, he's probably going to get a goal or two. I feel like he was unlucky in a couple of the chances. For me, my question is, what is Owen going to do this game here? He played the defensive role in that first 90 minutes. Now he must be thinking, right, I got to mix it up in some way. What am I going to do? And that's what I'm interested in seeing here.
Yeah, what can you change though? Like what can you actually change when you go into this one? Like there has to be a change in tactics, but there also has to be a change in who the manpower will be, like kind of driving that tactic, because where they were going with the strikers could never find the space behind that big defensive line. And then when it came to Drogheda, they were always like just getting cut out on those sides. When they tried to cut back into the middle, it all just kind of collapsed on them. Yeah. And they kind of got shut off on every angle. It was the adaptive plays, the over the tops, the pace difference between some of the players that really opened up for Owen. But how do you play around that effectively? How do you make that your win condition?
Yeah, it's difficult. I feel like for Owen, when he was on the attack, he was trying to force a few passes forward when he only had one striker available. I feel like if he slows down the play going forward and is able to maybe swap the play to the other side, I feel like it might open up a few more opportunities for him. But we talk about Welly and his right stick switching. It's so fast and it's so rapid, so you got to have something unexpected to catch him out here. Will this game have it? We're going to have to wait and see. This is the second leg between Mr. Welly and Owen Mulligan, and listen, Sarah, this is going to be a good one.
I'm really looking forward to it, and I really want to see who can open up and really take that advantage, show everyone here as well that they are the better player. And I'm sure everyone in the crowd, all the lads that are waiting for their game too, they're probably screaming for who they want, because they want to be playing against someone they think they can beat in that final. And I know examples in there just grinning from ear to ear, knowing I would have scored 7 in this one. He's one of those. But
he is.
We will have to have a look at this and see how it goes, because we've had some upsets already. We have had some players come through that I didn't think would actually make it to this stage, and then they've actually beaten someone else to get forward. And then there's obviously yourself. What happened there, bud?
I mean, listen. On the content side of it, I chance my arm every now and then with the competitive scene, but I was well and truly showing how it's done in the group stages
Do you
here.
think that Ireland does have a good quality of players, though?
I think it has a good up-and-coming quality of players.
Potential.
Like you said yourself there, some of the new players in here, like we talked about in the quarterfinals, JP, who was up against Mr. Welly only earlier on, he's a newcomer essentially to this game, but he played so well.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's those players who are seeing events like this, and they're like, I want to be in the big stage, I want to be one of the best Irish players. So, it's events like this that kind of push that mindset. So we want to promote these kind of things and see them more active in the Irish team.
Never seen an Irish player with skill like that.
No, you won't. You'll only see it in FIFA.
You only see it in FIFA. We had McGeady for a while.
He was phenomenal.
Yeah, McGeady.
Wow.
Yeah, we had him for a little while. Big Celtic fan too. Love McGeady.
Listen, he set the standard for skill in Ireland. When people seen him, we were like, okay, hold on, we can do these kind of moves now.
I thought we were going to lose him to Brazil for a little while.
I
thought he was gone. But no,
Never known.
absolutely loved him. He was brilliant, and I think that kind of like brought in a whole new generation of Irish players
really did.
as well.
Yeah.
Because we were very taught from a very young age playing football. It's like keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Don't be driving it anywhere. And if I see you do a step over, you're on the bench.
Yeah, it's the Roy Keane style of play. But we have a chance here. Draper, lovely bit of dribbling here. Can he find a shot on goal? Egan clears it out. Bazunu to hold, and what a moment there. We talk about Owen Mulligan getting these chances and making the most of these small opportunities. He nearly did it there.
Yeah, the high press coming through there as well, trying to get back onto that goalkeeper. They see Welly. He's cueing that pause already. He's feeling that pressure coming through, and that's the second big opportunity we've had from Owen. Mr. Welly's had his 50-50s, but Owen, he's had two big ones now, but they've missed. More importantly, we need to see him actually get one. We need to see that goal.
Yeah, we haven't seen a goal yet. There's been a total...
Well, you have. You've been casting the last game. You saw a few. I didn't.
Yeah, you're a bit lacking the goals here, man. Hopefully we'll have one for you here in a couple of minutes, but we Mr. Welly on the ball here, controlling the play yet again, and once again, we know what he can do. He goes out wide. He can find that man in the middle. He also knows his fair share of dribbling and trickery here in the ball, and that's exactly what you're seeing. Still looking for that man in the middle, but look at this defensive wall by Owen. He just has so many players there in a line blocking every single pass and route here, and like I said earlier, it's a puzzle Welly needs to figure out. He's known for scoring goals in competitions like this. He has yet to score. This is going to be a really interesting fixture.
And do you think that's weighing on him, that he's known for scoring goals, that he's this big presence in games, that he hasn't scored in the first leg, and we're going into the second one, 25 minutes down, and you're going, I'm not doing what I'm known to do.
Yeah.
Like, does it get to your head a little bit if you're doing it?
Of course. Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, he knows his level of skill. He knows he's one of the favourites in this competition. He knows he's had the chances to score as well. And apart from the mental factor of, I missed a few chances, like, those are game-changing moments. There's been no goals scored. One of these moments going successful for either player could dictate how this whole event goes. So every moment counts, and I'm sure it's playing on both of their minds right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's starting to seep in a little bit, and you start to feel it in the controller because you're tightening up the grip and all those little things that come through when you're playing FIFA. So we'll definitely see the first goal come through, and it'll be an explosion in there from the lads for sure. I'm waiting to hear them. But for us, we're just waiting to see the first goal go in, and it to be a little bit more different, because we haven't seen a basic goal. We haven't seen an opportunity for a basic goal. It's always been these weird kind of situationships nearly, where it kind of leaks into a side and somehow a pass goes through. It's not clear and concise yet.
No, there hasn't been much clean gameplay, and I gotta say, I gotta put it down as well to how Owen Mulligan is defending. He has so many defenders there that I feel like it's naturally going to be a bit sloppy to get the ball out. It's going to bounce off somebody. I feel like that's the route he's playing. Welly is finding it very difficult to pass into the middle. Like we talked about earlier, that wide play. Welly's being shut down on the pass into the middle here, so he needs to figure it out. But listen, these guys are pros at the end of the day. They're masterminds at adapting and overcoming obstacles here. Can Mr. Welly figure out this defence for Owen Mulligan, or can Owen Mulligan come through with an attack that Mr. Welly's not going to expect? That's what we're waiting to see here.
Yeah, we're waiting for something special. That's a nice little switch in play, though. He's going to open up a couple of opportunities here for him, but he hasn't got forward with it. The players aren't giving him the options. They're not coming to him, and that's something that we've screamed at in the past. But here we go. A good defence, a good clearance. They're back out. Counter-attack is on, but they're not fast enough off the mark. Yeah,
he's trying to slow it down here to make sure he has possession. Only has two men going forward here, and with that defence, he had to wait until his men are forward, and he has a couple here, and the ball falls back to him here. Ferguson on the ball, could have an opportunity at goal. Waiting for a man off the ball. Lovely bit of stick dribbling here. Trying to find a space through on goal. He keeps going back and forth. We have Knight on the ball, back to Brown on the edge of the box. One pass and one shot is all it takes. Defended so well again by Owen. He just makes the tackle at the right time here. and it's been so back and forth here. Honestly, it's like a game of chess right now. Both of these players are trying to figure out what is the other person's weakness, and they've yet to figure it.
Yeah, it's all about controlling when it comes to chess, the centre of the board, and the centre of the pitch is so pivotal right now for both sides because the channels on the sides shut down. They need to find something down that middle to open up everything, and they just can't find it right now. Whether it's knight to bishop, doesn't matter what it is, get someone in the right place and finally get that green time, get that shot, put it into that top bin, make the difference. No foul there. A nice and clean play coming through. We've had one penalty so far.
Yeah, we did indeed. We did indeed with JP. Little cheeky chip down the middle in that last game, but
nothing worse. I used to love doing it to keepers, but nothing worse.
Yeah, no, it can be the disrespectful play, but to be at the same time in an event like this, you don't expect somebody to go through with a move like that. So it is a good play to do, you know.
Yeah, you have to take those when you can, but we do see a chance opening up here. They can't get the through ball just yet, and the shutdown comes through, the right stick, the interception, but he's got it back. It doesn't matter. He's in. He's got the opportunity. He doesn't get the pass right, but he gets it back again.
Johnston!
Take it! No, he can't shoot. He just can't get it off. The defenders are there, and they have been saved. That is too close.
Very, very close there. Two massive opportunities to shoot laid to Welly's feet, but he just couldn't get it past the man. Owen has that wall of defence, and it's just been a massive part of his game here for the last fixture and this half as well. He knows what he's doing here. There's not going to be any additional time added on for half time. That ball barely went out of play. It was back and forth the whole time. This second half is going to be interesting. For me, I see Mr. Welly mixing up. I feel like he goes attacking here. He's had the opportunities to score. He's going to want to get a goal here early on.
Yeah, this is the second leg. There's not a lot left in this. We're nearly done with this one now, so they have to get something going because we have one more semi-final after this, and one of the players here will be heading into finals, and I don't want to put a curse or a buff on anyone. I'm not going to try and say who I think might win this one, but I do feel like there's been more opportunities for one side than the other. Yeah. But they've both missed sitters. Yeah. And it does seem a little bit worrying that that's happening, and hopefully we'll see it in the last kind of few bits now that we get into this, that they kind of get that ease, that pressure kind of lifts a little bit and goes, look, we've put everything out there. We've played with everything we have. We haven't landed those opportunities. Let's go for something a little bit different, a little bit mad, a little bit special, and just try take it, because sometimes you just need that relaxation to come in to kind of get that pressure off your shoulders and loosen up a little bit.
It's so true. When one of the things that you'll see in a lot of pro games when these games are kind of stalemates is, some pro players play the same kind of format in how they mark the passing lanes, how they go out wide, cut in, like we talked about earlier. So when players figure that out and they kind of know each other, it can lead to games like this where they're like, okay, we're going out wide, we're passing it in, it's not working, and they're stuck in that mode. They need to think of something outside of that groove that's going to separate them from their opponent here. We nearly seen Owen Mulligan pull that off in the last game with that amazing cross into the box. That was one of those moments. It could happen again. FIFA's a game where anything can happen at any given moment here. Welly's had a lot of the possession and a lot of the chances, but Owen has that flair about him, so these next couple of minutes are going to be vital, and Welly's holding this attack. It looks like he really wants to get this. Johnson on the ball, looking for the overlap, goes for the flip-flap, but it's defended so well by Owen Mulligan here, and now he's on the attack. He needs to put something forward here.
Put something forward, but he passes it straight back, but he's buying himself time to get the players into the right places, and that's the most important thing. We do work down that channel once again. He's getting shut down by multiple members. You see that right stick coming through, trying to shut off any passes, but space is being made and time is being bought. Another one up over the top. It does manage to go into the box, but it doesn't land where they need it to, and just it was looking good. It was looking really good.
I was out of my seat there. The ball was flying in. The head down could have happened. High through ball, cleaned out.
He's trying though.
Yeah,
he's trying. That was an interesting one.
It's what I'm saying. He's going for these kind of magic moments here, and mixing up the play has to be done. There's 30 in-game minutes left on the clock here. This has been so close, and we don't want it to get to a moment where both players are left in a situation of golden goal or penalties. They want to leave it out on the field here, and a loss of possession here. He's Mr. Welly on the attack, has options out wide. Johnson on the ball, looks like he's going to run that line, but defended so well.
The skill move was there, but he just decided to pull it back for the pass. He got worried. The pressure got to him for a second. He's like, I have to pass it. But no, doesn't work out for him in the end. Does go out of possession. He does get that at least, and will keep it. But that was very, very indicative of how they're playing right now. They are very worried. They don't want to give up that goal. They don't want to give up possession, and there's a lot more to be done here for both sides. But they will reset now. Good opportunity to open up, Mr. Welly. If he can just squeeze this one in, there's a chance that they can make it here to the grand finals. This could be a big opportunity here. He's on the side.
Small ball on the ball, looking for an option in the middle here, but look at this defense. See how many players are vertically in the line there. So difficult to get that pass across. But Johnston has the ball here. He's looking for an option at the edge of the box. Brown on it. Look for the pass through, but just that passing lane is covered. Owen knows exactly what he's doing here, and now he moves forward. He's trying to hold the ball as well. Both of these players doing everything they can, but they just can't get that last pass in.
Can't get that last pass, and it's the most important one. The build-up has been so nice, liquid, solid, but it's just not landing on that last one. That's where the shot comes in. That's where you're passing it to your Rooneys, your Ronaldos. Yeah, it's just not quite landing the way they wanted it to. So, what can you do here? What's the next stage? What's that magical play you would go for right now?
Listen, the first time through a ball is a classic, you know. Send the player on the run out wide. Don't look at him for a minute. Like we're seeing here, a tight through ball on the top left could be on, but he avoids it there. It's the best way to do it. It's get a fast player on the ball, get him behind the back line, look for that cross or that opportunity across goal. Best way I could see this going forward right now. These players have tried out wide, it's not working. They've tried the tick-attack it down the middle, it is not working. They need something here. We see Welly here holding possession of it. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do, but Owen, once again, this defense is just so solid. We see the switch of plays. It has to happen because so many men are flooding each side, and he has the ball out wide here, just looking for a pass through. He just has many options in the middle. He's still waiting for it, but he has a bit of space here. Knight on the ball, goes back to Johnston. The pass goes back again, and just they're trying to figure each other out here, and it's very difficult.
He's held it in game time. He's held it for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been able to find an avenue of success. He's just been playing on the outer curve of the box and not being able to swing it in. But that's kind of worrying that the defence is either that strong or you're just not finding the right pass at the right time. And we want to see what happens next as they are back on this one. That was a very lunging tackle there to try and get that one back. And I think he's worried about them getting forward if he's going for tackles like that. Yeah,
he is indeed. Look, it's getting to the end of the game now. If someone scores right now in the next couple of minutes, that could be the final tale to this game. So both players are well aware of that. And at the end of the day, whoever wins this game is going through to the finals, which is it's the grand stage. It's where you want to be. You can be crowned the champion of the E-League of Ireland, and that's what these players came here to do. So big pressure on them. Can they make this moment happen?
And it's the bragging rights as well, you know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm the champion and I won at the Aviva at a live stage in front of some of the big execs as well. Like the suits are here and they're watching this. You know what I mean?
Listen, it's a massive opportunity for these guys. You know, they're rubbing shoulders with the big dogs now, and they got to show what they're all about. Small ball out the wide, tries to play it across, and it's defended so well. It's like Owen knows exactly what Welly's going to do before he even does it. And the pass could be through here. He's still onside, looking for a man. The ball goes through. Here we go. Letty on the ball, goes out wide again to Rooney, looking for an overlapping play, but Welly just closes it out with those three men on that left-hand side. Plays a quick offside to push the defenders up. And now it's Owen's chance to attack here. A couple of minutes left on the clock here. He could be holding out for the 90 minutes, man. This is going to be very interesting.
I could be holding out for golden goal.
I think, listen.
There's a chance it goes all the way to golden goal, and at this stage, it's just one opportunity could change everything. This is their moment.
Here we go. Letty on the ball. Finds Draper with the shot. Egan defends incredibly well. Fantastic positioning here by Welly to put him right in the middle of that danger zone. And now it's the 90th minute.
We need that. We need that high press. You need to get something going, but they're going straight back to it.
This is it. 1 minute of additional time. Welly has the ball. This is his opportunity to get the goal. Will he be able to do it? Small ball on the ball out that right hand side, looking for a man in the middle. Will he find them? Goes edge of the box. Knight on it. Looks for a pass through. Keeley takes the ball. And Seder, this means we are looking at golden goal for this semi-final. If you needed any more reason to watch this next fixture, you have it right there.
Yeah, we're going to go to golden goal, and we're going to see the tactics come back up on screen. We're going to see some changes coming through, and with it being so close the entire time, not a single goal either side, great opportunities. Where do you go? What's the tactic? What's the play? You tell me. You're a FIFA god.
Man, listen, this is a puzzle. I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, look, they both try to figure each other out. It's been very, very difficult. One thing I've seen in previous games that hasn't been marked, and if the players can hear me right now, might be a little trick. The green time shot outside the box is on. It's on here every day of the week. There's so many defenders on the edge of the box there. If you can find that space on your right foot or your left foot for that green time shot, for me, that's the only determining factor here. Both of these players can't get into the box. It's a write-off. It's going to take one mistake from either side to get into the box. I see a shot going through here outside the box. That's how I see this going.
Green time is the way forward. Okay, so we've got the insight from Gara here, and he's going to tell us exactly how to win these games of FIFA. And so anyone watching in the crowd or at home, whether you're tuning into the stream, green time is the way to go in these kinds of games. And now the weather looks a little bit more Irish now.
It does, yeah. Typical overcast here in the game, making it a bit more realistic.
Yeah, we're at the Aviva now, for sure. For sure. Actually, the weather's great here.
It's actually
I'm not
lovely.
gonna lie, it's lovely. There's no wind, so it's nice
No,
to have, like,
it's
a little bit of dead heat to it. Like,
Yeah,
we don't get
yeah.
that a lot here in Ireland. It's
No,
just
we
windy and
don't.
cold the whole time.
Appreciate it while we can while we're watching FIFA.
Exactly, yeah, we get to be inside watching it.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot worse if we were out there trying to imagine the commentator box with the heat.
Oof,
Oh, no,
no,
this
no.
is comfortable. This is nice.
I like where we are right now. I like it.
Our backdrop's also wonderful.
It's lovely.
Yeah,
It
like
is
this
lovely.
is
We got the
just-
whole Aviva behind us, and it is beautiful.
It is great. Absolutely wonderful to have a live event here as well.
Could be a shot here. Ogbene looking for the 360.
Oh.
It's defended so well again by Owen, and now he's on the attack. And
Is
he
it
said
overplaying? Is it overplaying at this stage?
See, at the pro scene, it's very, very easy to look at it and think, oh, he shouldn't have passed that. He should have went for the shot. But it's how these guys play. They're trained to play a certain style here.
Muscle memory.
Exactly, it's muscle memory. It works for the majority of the time, but when you're against another pro who understands the format, it's what we're seeing right now with a stalemate. He loses the ball though. Now Welly has a chance to go forward. Both players, it looks like they're sending more men forward. They're both well aware here that there's pressure on the line. They both want to get a goal. We can see even here Mr. Welly's defence very, very open right now. He's pushing his midfielders forward. We should see a goal soon.
We should. We hope we see a goal soon, and we hope it's a good one. We hope everyone leaves this one happiness, but a golden goal in our semis already. Imagine the second semi-final coming up next. We're going to have more of this. It's going to be absolutely brilliant, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be the plan from here. We do see more channel, no one really swaps in the avenues, but he's starting to get outside that box. He's starting to get closer and closer, edging towards the target, and green time is on. This is the plan from yourself, but cut out on the side again.
Yeah, just defended very well by Welly here. Look, he's players here on the edge of the box. If I'm one of these guys right now, I'm looking to create that angle for that green time finesse, trying to put it in that far corner and put this game to bed. And it looks like that was an attempt at a shot. I don't know if it was a shot or a cross, but mixing up the play though, it's what we're talking about. Getting out of that kind of pro mindset of that pass, waiting for the moment. He's sending men forward here, could have a high through ball on the line. Looks for it out wide to Ogbene. The high through ball is on here, but he's going out wide, and this is the space we're making. Welly looks like he's well and truly going for this goal right now. Ogbene is still on the ball. Lovely pass to O'Dowda, trying to find a passer through. He goes towards the middle, but Owen's done so well at defending the middle here. I feel like he needs to go out wide, cut into the middle, get that shot off.
Cut into the middle indeed, and has to get something going here. Has to break some sort of space, make space, clear the lines, and just get that shot off. And maybe it is going for the outside with the green time, but no, pulls it back, brings it back to the defence, and yeah, we need to see what the story is here. We need to start breaking through for something to happen, please.
Listen, in a pro game like this, I'm not used to seeing nil all over two legs, man. Let me tell you, this is not happening.
We know
often.
they're sharpshooters.
Yes.
We know they can score some cracking goals. It's just they're so evenly matched right now, and it is land pressure. 100% I'm calling it now. Land pressure is here.
It really is. Could be a shot on the edge here, but he goes for the running route. Defended so well by Owen. 20 minutes on the clock here. A lot more opportunities though forward than what we've seen in the last game. Like we said already, these players are well aware of the time frame they have right now. The next goal decides the whole thing. We haven't seen one for over 2 legs right now. But a moment that's going to separate
Next
these.
game will have like 40 goals.
Oh, listen, it will make up for it, surely. The lads are going to be watching this being like, here, I don't want to go through this mental trauma. I just want to go in, get some goals and get out.
Post-traumatic football disorder will come through for this one.
Listen.
This is like Torres when he went to Chelsea.
Yeah, just constantly going through and not being able to put it in the back of the net.
Open goal, sends it over the top.
Listen, it's you can only imagine.
It was a great time.
It
Liverpool
was a time to be
supporters
alive.
buzzing, United supporters buzzing, Arsenal supporters buzzing. All of us were delighted with that one. But no hard feelings, Chelsea.
Of course, no hard feelings at all.
Then he went to Real Madrid and did well for a while, didn't he?
Yeah. Wait, Torres?
Did he not go to Real Madrid for a little while?
Was it Atletico?
Was it Atletico Madrid?
I think it was
he went to
Atletico.
one of the Madrids.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I think it was Atletico.
It's been a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
I'm showing my age there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
We have an opportunity.
Keely on the ball! What a save by Bazunu! Wow, that could have been the deciding factor there. Shot goes in super low, and a keeper to get that in the bottom corner. Spectacular save.
Yeah, but he's opened the floodgates now. They can bleed. They can bleed.
Yeah.
He can open up here. That opens up the floodgates now. There's more opportunities going to be opened up. He knows that there's a weakness there. He knows something can happen. So Owen Mulligan, plenty of time to work with here. But still, that was That was stress.
Oh, that could have been it. I was off my chair there. I didn't know what was going to happen. The cross in the box. There it is again, but unsuccessful on that attempt here. Now Welly's moving forward here. We see his wingers pushing up straight away. He just wants that forward pressure, wants to get this counter-attack going. I think Welly understands that with Owen Mulligan and how he set up his defence. When he plays around with the ball, Owen's centre mids come back and they defend so well that it's an absolute wall. He needs to get by this and get by it fast. Small bone now, pressing out that right hand side. He has men in the middle. What's he going to do? He's going to keep pushing this line. Johnson on the ball, goes for the shot. Ooh, defended well. It's what I was talking about. That shot is on every time. They just need to get by that first man, and it could be in the back of the net. Outside the foot, that's the kind of shot you want to do as well, especially on a right-footed player. They're very unlucky.
Zample had a lot to say about that goal. He had a lot to say about that goal. But yeah, no, it's one of those goals that can really open up for you, and just if you can find that little space, that first man, as you said about, if he's not there in time, that's open for you. If they're trying to watch for the interception pass and they're not watching for that shot, that could change everything.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing a power shot from outside the box.
I love them. They're my favourite, man.
It's that little zoom in, and you know it's going to hit hard. Like it's just
beautiful. It is beautiful. Listen, they're my favourite as well. Power shot volley, something I absolutely love to do. When I have a corner kick, I'm smacking the edge of the box, going for a power shot volley. They're incredibly accurate this year, and a great way to catch your opponent out. Similar to what we're saying though about the green time shots at the edge of the box here, and we look to see here Owen's going out wide. He's holding the ball. Maybe he's looking for a cross in the box himself. We don't usually see pros going for that kind of cross, but it's a goal kick after that. I thought it was a corner, but ball reset again, and once again, man, it's that halftime whistle, and we've yet to get that goal.
Yeah, we this is the worst kind of, like, this is where penalties would come in. If you were the likes of what was the one that went to penalties in semi-finals this year for Champions League?
Oh, Champions League.
Yeah, the Champions League now have penalties at one stage during the semis. It changed everything, like.
This is trivia hour now, man. You have me called.
There's like 4 or 5 people in there screaming answers. We're out here like, what's a Champions League?
It's like, Champions League? What's that again?
Who was even in the semis? Well, I don't want to talk about the Champions League though, because I'm a United fan and City are like this close to the treble, and it's starting to leak in.
Listen, I'm a City fan, so I'm all about that life. You know, we have Madrid coming up this week, so that's going to be an interesting fixture. But it's on the cards. But yeah, United just have had a tough time the last
10 years.
Well, yeah, something like
10
that.
10 years, yeah. At least it's not Spurs.
Yeah, listen, they've had a proper traumatic journey.
Since before I was born, they've been in trouble.
Listen, they've always been in the gutter.
Yeah, but we will break back into this one really quickly as we try to fill the time with a little bit of football trivia and banter. But it's Mr. Welly starting this one off, and after the chance that he had, I think Owen's feeling it now a little more. That pressure starting to build up, and golden goal, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to play.
It really, really is. There's so much pressure on the line here. Like we said as well, this is it. One of these players is going to finals, the others is going home. One goal separates it. Even in the pro scene, it's one goal doesn't even mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but in this moment it means everything. So that's why these players are holding on to the ball, making sure there are moments here. Space in the middle for small bone. Ball roll cut out there, and we have Owen Mulligan here pushing out on that attack, and he's going to slow it down here yet again, making sure he has the players to run forward here. We know he's been rocking a very defensive setup for the last 2 fixtures, but he needs to push these men forward. And will he find the moment here? Rooney out wide, look for the ball in the middle, falls to Foley for a misplaced slide tackle, goes out wide yet again to Deegan, and he's looking for that pass in the middle, I can imagine, or maybe even the cross. He finds the man in a wrong, but Doherty clears that out so well, and Wally just showing his class in defence. He knows what he's doing. We'll see a pause coming in here from Owen Mulligan, a change possibly for the last 30 in-game minutes. At this point in the game, Seder, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, and there's a lot on the line. We have to remember that as well. Gar, why don't you tell us what's on the line here?
So, whoever comes away with the title of the E-League of Ireland champion is going to get a place in the Global Series play-ins for the 2024 season, and tickets to the Republic of Ireland men's national team. A signed FAI jersey, 36,000 points for EAFC 24, a brand new game and monitor, qualify for the E-national team, and of course Global Series playoff place. Unbelievable stuff here on the line for these players.
The thing is, though, it's a season ticket.
Yeah, I know.
Season ticket for all the matches.
I'd like that. Listen, I wish
is
I was
one of these
good.
seats.
Possibly
is
behind
it
us.
Is it one of the padded seats? Because that's my favourite TikTok. That is my favorite place. The padded seats TikTok is my absolute favorite. It's just a magical place when you see all the different. Oh, you see the munch as well.
Yeah. It's just it's where you want to be realistically.
Yeah, United once isn't bad though. I actually expected it to be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Considering how old our stadium is. But like it was actually decent. But this is even
Johnson,
better.
ball road scoop turn. Nearly finds through. You can see here he's trying all these skills and trickery moves. He's pushing everything out that he can here, and very unlucky there not to get through. Owen Mulligan once again showing defensively that he is one of the kings in this competition. And
a little bit too much overplay, I think. I know that you're saying it's muscle play, but I think one less step over, just get it out from your feet and take the shot, take the opportunity. But Owen, he's looking to find the
shots
himself.
On here, is it?
He's trying to play.
Step over, find some space. He has a man in the middle. What a finish! And that's going to be the golden goal that puts Owen Mulligan through to the grand finals. Wow!
Oh, that's a swing. That is a swing and a half. Owen Mulligan going through to the final. Mr. Welly falls.
Another favourite falls here.
That's 2 down.
2 down. Absolutely unbelievable. Has to be said there.
Saving the video.
Saving the video. Wants to see that replay.
Love to see it.
Listen though, has to be said from start to finish, that defence incredible. Going forward to the attack, absolutely unbelievable. What all-round play by Owen Mulligan. Commiserations to Mr. Welly. Lost out on golden goal. Nothing in it. But Owen Mulligan is going to be going through to finals.
Yeah, Owen Mulligan will make it to our grand final. We'll be taking a quick break for just a few moments before we get into that one. So please, stay seated. We'll be in a minute. Don't worry. We'll be back soon.
See you guys soon.
Yeah. Young 11. Walk on. Look. London City. Prophecy. Look. I'm putting up new chick in the car. You putting up no chick at the bar. You ain't like to see my performance. I walk straight to you, they don't know who we are. More money, more problems, caught by P. Diddy. I won't stop, I'm getting these minis. Man said he wants the roads that overly. He said he drilled an up, but who did he? Don't want to be the king of the trap, but the king of the block, bro. You don't even see me on roads. Wanna be the king of the map, but the king of the stats, bro. I just wanna count this dough. Trust me, I just wanna count this dough. I wanna live a good life on my own. Got no friends if you got no foes. Make it out for the guys and the bros, can't tell me no. I put you in a square like Santan, pull up, da-da-da-da, like Batman. I put you in a square like Santan, pull up, da-da-da-da, like Batman. I put you in a square like Santan, pull up, da-da-da-da, like Batman. I put you in a like Santan, pull up to the like Batman. Pull up to the like Batman. Blacked out inside the range like Batman. Off them do what we say like Batman. Don't claim we run the ends, that's Catman. Ride out for your bros, that's Catman. Your boys stitch out the story like Batman. Me and my girls in dogs like GPS. We still do, I just call that Satman. Yo, Ozzy, what's the crap, man? That girl, she calls me the cat, man. 2 months a day, want a cat, man. Still in the ends, like bro, where you at, man? Man, talk about dripped out waves, do rag on your head, but you got no waves. The boy them said that I'm losing weight, like I got my jeans strapped with a strap on weight. Girl, don't wanna chat about that case, you pretty without cake, I don't care about waistline. Don't forget the trendies I'm making at the end of the day, it's about that baseline. Man, them when I talk about case, but never show face to the girl on FaceTime. You know when I hop on the beat, I bring in the heat, let fly on game time. I put you in the square like Santan, pull up to the like Batman. I put you in the square like Santan, pull up to the like Batman. I put you in the square like Santan, pull up to the like Batman. I put you in the square like Santan, pull up to the like Batman. Backstage boy, they got me on tape. Backstage boy, be early, I'm late. DJ still behind, man on deck. Bruce Wayne better have me my cave. Backstage boy, they got me on tape. Backstage boy, be early, I'm late. DJ still behind, man on deck. Bruce Wayne better have me my cave.
When you get your next big, say, sparkly ketchup.
Yeah.
Just amazing. Just amazing. Just amazing.
Obi-Wan, one and only. Young 11. Yeah. It's Jets. Big man like me, I'm coming off from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet. See freestyle, I'm killing it on any beat. I can't lie like Yali on me, but most of all I like the money on me. Big man like me, I'm coming off from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet. Singing freestyle, I'm killing it on any beat. I can't lie like Yali on me, but most of all I like the money on me. Hold up, wait, war for boys and we're gonna take over. Like YKD, I'm a top boy, it can get messy and I have no doubt. And if there's too many man in the yard, I might just swing and call that old news. Like Sosa, I'ma be just fine. Things aren't going through me 3 times. Still I be like cons, I'm sipping on lemon and lime with Obi. I told Obi to hop on this track so we let ops know that they bunch of phonies. Yeah, my life is tough, but I'm always on deck, my life sweet like Zach and Cody. Just some 9-1 boys trying to make it to the top, best believe all of yous will know me. Big man like me, I'm coming up from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet, singing freestyle, I'm killing it on any beat.
I can't lie like Daddy on me, most of all like the money on me. Got a spear over line, don't test me, me and the dog's gonna roll like Chewy. No Baka, but we came from juniors, and we heading right over to seniors. Argentinians are dribbling like Messi, top boys with YKD. Don't get shook up as soon as you call, can see to your eyes and you and me. If this girl is caught on the reds, don't just stay in the night like Chase. Dojo time, lesson from the best. Make her work that shit, no rest. We put the X in the ball 91, leave me around for not to get that done. They were laughing, they were taking the piss. WC, yeah, we're doing the bits. Around here we don't take no L's, we take those L's and turn into W's. Cause you know what they say about L's, you take those L's and love mistakes. One hand in the air, feel it by the shore. No river, but we make that pour. Niggas know that we started this shit, they look at us now, they know that it's lit. We pop on the smoke in the party, I meant fun, not aiming like Nazis. In the channel we're drinking Bacardi, Japanese and color her naughty. We do it our ones, we don't buy views, they say fake it till you make. But that shit ain't cool, we out on our knees, I'm looking for freedom.
Big man like me, I'm coming up from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet, singing freestyle, I'm killing it on any beat.
I can't lie like Yali on me. When I hop on the track, it's murder. Don't miss shots like Timo Werner. I use air, come on like a burner. Nowadays, every rapper a holler. Then swing the ass, boy. None of you making no cash, boy. If you want smoke, get ready to clash, boy. Don't show my hand at the end of the match, boy. See if a man want beef, say let's bring that boy straight to Ballybeg. If I got Bally on me, they panic and dash me the man right back to his friends. I got Gally on me, make an X-Ting jealous car. I'm that kid with the pen. In this game, there's ladders and snakes. Too many man them playing pretend. I know men who play with a gang, and if they see beef, then they'll chill them again. I know men who be working ahead, stuck to the pen, made it out of the ends. We got goods and bars, you got highs and lows. More times this thing ain't pretty, but it's up to date for life.
Big man like me, I'm coming off from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet, sing I'm coming up from the WC. Been at this shit since 016 when me and the man them was like just 14. Had to see it at feet. Sing free song, I'm killing it on any beat. I can't lie like Yali on me, but also for like the money on me.
Aye. Man, the way you saying, you like read this one, yeah? Aye, before I forget.
More of a shocked face than anything else. How the fuck? Welcome back, everyone. It is Dundalk versus Ireland, same as always. No, it is actually the Emerald Herald. It is Wexford, actually, and I kind of live in Wicklow. I'm like 2 minutes away from the border of Wexford, so I do have a little bit of a bias here.
There might be.
But I've worked with Example before on a few different things, so I kind of want Example to win. I'm in two minds here, but exciting to see Wexford make it through against some of the better players we thought going into this one.
Yeah, listen, Example, if you don't know him in the Irish scene, I don't know what you're doing. This guy is absolutely incredible. He has a personality to shine, and like you said it earlier, man, his personality shines through his gameplay. He comes out with these mad things, German crosses, balls over the top, that you're not used to expecting here. So if you're looking at a player who is going to bring something magical to the event, Eric Finn, Example, is your guy.
Yeah, and I'm more than excited to see if it will shine through today on land. That's the difference. Usually he's at home, he's on stream, you see him having the time of his life, dancing and singing and having a great time, but can he do it today? Can Dundalk pull it off, and can we see that come true? And I've seen this so many times from players that go in, immediately change their camera and then go straight back out.
Yeah, everybody has their own preference. That's the thing. There's no like guidebook as in like this is what you would 100% do every single game. It's like people have different heights, different zooms. Myself there, I see he went to 14. I personally like to go to 20 instead because it's further out, but like everybody has their own kind of different setup.
Yeah, I'm default.
Default? How do you do default?
Because I only really play Virtual Pro when I'm playing FIFA.
That's fair. That's
so
fair.
like when it goes to the normal game, I just go back to default. And I'm like, I can play it this way. This is fine for me. And I'm nowhere near this level now. Like these guys would run rings around me,
Yeah.
But at the same time, you look at them sometimes and go, I could maybe have made that one. You know,
Yeah.
I could have maybe played that ball better. You know, so that's the great thing about being an analyst and
Of course,
a
yeah,
coach. You get to sit
looking
back
at everything.
and tell them how to play the game, but you can never do it yourself. You know.
Sure,
But
listen, that's what they do at the highest of levels, man. So
yeah, to Arsene Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson.
yeah, listen, it's what it's on. Ooh, is he on side here? He might just be high through ball. Like I said, with example, he can play those passes. Elliott's thrown, going in for the shot. What a finish! And it's 1-0 here so early on in the game. What a finish, man!
Example,
Incredible.
he does it. Just this flair, this style, this personality shines through, and it's a little bit of magic on the pitch, and we will see something else come through. He's automatically going to change some other settings. He's like, that felt great, but it can be better. And he's going to go back into this one more time. And I have to say, that was a clean one to start with. And Emerald, you got to pick it up now. You're in the semis. You're nearly there. Just one more game.
Exactly. This is the last step before the grand finals. And once again, example showing what he does. Those high through balls, those crosses, he brings them in out of nowhere, but they're so effective. There's something about him. You know, I played example many a time in a LAN event. And let me tell you, he lures you in to a false sense of defense where you see him on the ball, he's passing it around, he's not doing anything really, you know, offensive. And then suddenly he plays a high through ball like this, Hobin's through. Will he have the net? He does. What a finish. Top left corner. That's going to make it 2 inside 15 minutes. Example has showed up today. What an incredible performance so far.
I wanted goals. And that's 2 already. That's 2 already. That is absolutely perfect. And this is why Example's so feared. This is why he's like the player you don't want to draw.
No.
This is worse than United and drawing every single time it's Benfica. And for some reason we lose. This is what it feels like. This is our Benfica. And Emerald needs to find some avenues now of success and can't let it get to him. It's only the first leg. There's still plenty to play for, and he has an opportunity here.
Oh, the lovely flick in the air! That was incredible. You never usually see that. Pros flicking the ball in the air like that. That was unbelievable by Emerald. Very unlucky not to get on the end of that strike as well. But like we said with example, he's already warmed up. He's already in the phase of knowing he's going to get goals and putting the pressure on. Like you said it yourself there, he's a player you don't want to come across because he can perform just these true balls. Look, he's nearly done it again there. And Emerald's finally on the end of that. He says, no, you're not going to do those true balls again. But listen, 2 goals early on, it's still game on.
It's still game on and still plenty to play for, and all eyes on Emerald now to kind of breach that kind of comeback style and become the comeback kid. The underdog already stepping into this one, and you always want to root for the underdog just a little bit. It's the
ball's given away here. Obafemi could be through. Does he have the pace? Defended so well. And we could have
That's a yellow.
Last man back. That could have went anyway. Yellow card though. We'll have to see how this free kick plays out. We have
I
Emerald.
haven't seen a good free kick in a while now. The game for FIFA, this new one, the free kick isn't as good as it used to be.
No, it used to be a lot more simple. Now you have so many. You've outside the foot, you have the knuckleball, inside the foot, and he just gives the ball away there with that pass. Had a big opportunity to take a shot on net there, decided not to take it, and the ball goes back into the court for example here.
Yeah, right now we're going to have a look at what's going to happen next, because it's another interception right outside the box. It's exactly what we're looking for. It's exactly what we needed, and kind of worried about what they want to go for here, because he's kind of pulled it back already. Is that hesitancy pulling in, that caution pulling in? Doesn't want to pull the trigger
Is
just
he
yet.
onside? He's just
off. There was a flag. It fell apart right at the last second, but it's an opportunity. He's building on it. On it. The foundation is the most important part. It's the finish that has to come next. And if he's got the foundations, it'll fall eventually. Yeah,
like we already said, in the previous games, players kind of getting used to their opponent and warming up. And he's lost it again. Yeah, it seems that Eric has made a few mistakes here trying to get the ball out of play here. Emerald needs to capitalise. In a pro game, those mistakes come few and far between. You got to make the most of them when they come. He's trying to recycle here, tries to force the ball through, but example just so good on that defence. And now he's on the counter attack. We know what he can do with these high through balls, but defended so well by Emerald, and the game is looking, it's back and forth right now, and Emerald seems to have a slight standing compared to what he had in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, there's an opportunity building there for them to pick up something, and that's what we kind of want to keep an eye on, is what do they want to pick up from this one? Where do they want to go with this one? And they seem to get lost on the sides. They don't know where to go with it, and it starts to kind of split it up a little bit. A nice attempt at the ball through there, but it doesn't land the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, went for that early cross to try catch Emerald off there, but just couldn't get it in time. That's what Eric does, though. He tries these mad things, and he makes you think stuff that you don't usually think in a pro game. Like these random passes that come out of nowhere. I call them random, but Eric is so good at tying them in. Won a ball through the middle. Bene has a chance to on goal. Green time! It's the post, but it's an own goal!
It's an own goal!
It bounces into the net. A moment of madness strikes. And now we see Emerald back in the game there. Could argue deserved goal. It was a green time shot. He made the space.
Example scored 3 goals. Example
Technically, he's on a hat
goals.
trick. He's on a hat trick, technically. Wow, that was unbelievable. I mean, green time shot. Ball came back. And listen, like I said earlier, anything can happen in FIFA, and this is a clear example of that happening in a semi-final event. It can happen at any time.
Yeah, there is mad. There's that little spark of madness in every single FIFA game, and that was one of them. That defender that I've taken off the pitch. Taken off the pitch. There's something wrong with the AI there, but very, very lucky to fall for Emerald Howley. Should have got the goal in the first place with a perfect green time, but it doesn't fall. But it somehow still goes in. You take it, a little bit of luck goes your way, and you have to just keep playing with that one. Another great ball. Oh, that opens up for more. He tries to get the swing back, but he doesn't get it. It will be stopped in its tracks by the defense. And example, kind of falling asleep at the wheel here.
He literally is. You took the words out of my mouth here. Emerald looking very, very good on the ball. Those driven passes, it got him that chance that got that rebounded goal in. Not only that, but that Kevin De Bruyne-esque pass there as well. Emerald's really finding his feet and giving Eric a reason to kind of lighten up and get his defence here on point, because if Emerald gets another chance through on goal again, this could be even Stevens.
Yeah, it could be even Stevens going into the second half here, but that second leg's also looming as well, and you don't want to go into that one 2-1 knowing you have to win the next one. You have to get everything from that second leg, as we do have a bit of a breather here for a moment. And let's break it down a little bit, because example, 3 goals. Not all the goals went into the right net, but he has 3 goals. And yeah, what do you think about it? Do you think Example's going to continue to run away with it, or did he really slow down? Because I felt like he started to fall apart there near the end.
For me, that was Eric being ready for it and Emerald not. I think you could see there clearly that Emerald caught on to those high through balls after the second one went in, the third one he marked, and after that it hasn't been that big of a factor. Emerald's kind of on it now. I feel like he's found his feet in the midfield. He's finding these driven passes through to a strike round goal, and he's been able to turn at least on 2 or 3 occasions there and nearly get a shot on goal. It's what led to actually one of the goals that happened. So I feel like Emerald's going to come into the second half with a bit of a vengeance after conceding those 2 early. That's going to annoy him, and I feel like he's going to be a different player in the second half.
Different player in the second half. We will see what is going to come forward, as we do see Emerald once again controlling the pace of it well, but just not landing the right pass there. Didn't find the feet of his own men, and right now will be Example trying to find some space down the middle. He was working better down the wings the last time. We'll see how this one goes. Will get out of play, will go towards Example still, so possession still in favour, and a lot to work with, a lot of time to play with. Still has that lead, has that buffer, has that 1 goal, and a great little headed pass back there. Goes for the
Oh, that's my favourite.
He goes for the Gara flick. We have to call the Gara flick.
Oh, listen. The flick up to the power shot. Hallelujah. That is what I want to see. Nearly got it off there. I think it was a yellow time volley, but I'm telling you, those shots go on target.
He would have nodded right there for you. He would have nodded. Yeah,
he would have been a wink at the camera.
That's for you. That's for you. Call out to the casters. But yeah, lovely little Gara flick there. He's trying to get something going there. That's what TikTok's all about these days.
True.
Getting those nice little plays off and showing that they do work.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have seen it have worked here.
Oh, listen, we might see it again, but early cross goes in, defended very, very well by Emerald. But yeah, listen, like we said, the way Eric plays, and here he plays again, hoping on the ball roll, scoop turn, Omabama Dele clears it out though. Very, very close. A mistake, like we said already, those mistakes, you got to capitalize on them. Eric did so closely there, nearly, but listen, Emerald, very good
nearly never
defense.
made it.
Nearly never made it. Listen, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. But here we have a chance for Emerald out wide. Could have a man through, and he might just do. I think the right back played him on, or the left back, sorry, has a man in the middle. Will he be able to find them somehow? Has to recycle though. McLean on the ball, looking for that driven pass, but I think Eric's caught on to the driven pass technique that we're seeing from Emerald here, and here he is on the attack here. Elliot on that right hand side, looking to hold that line, ball roll, scoop turn, tries to get the early cross in again, and that's what Eric does best. His crossing ability is next to none. It's what he's known for, and I can guarantee you we're going to see at least 1 cross goal over this next fixture.
Yeah, there will definitely be more goals in this one. That second leg will open it all up all again. It's going to be another can of worms there, and Emerald holding on and kind of skin of his teeth at some of these, because example is just that foreboding constant pressure on you. You know who you're against because you're looking at them here at LAN. It's different when you're at home. They could be anyone, but when you're looking at them and they're across the table from you, the lights are shining, everyone's looking at you, and you start to feel that pressure a little bit more. So yeah, it's going to open up here. Wexford, they want to go for a couple of changes here, change some of the tactics up, maybe get some players in. Stamina was looking a little bit low on a few players, so they want to change something. But where do you go from this position here?
I feel like he's definitely feeling the pressure with some of his passing plays. He's kind of forcing that driven pass. It was working for him well in the first half, but we've seen on a couple of chances he tried the driven pass into a striker and it just wasn't on. For me personally, I feel like he needs to go out wide, maybe bring on some fresh legs in the wing to overlap those players and to give him a chance through on goal here. But then again, could have a shot through on goal. Green time, and hits the post. The rebounder goes in, and it's all even here. 65 minutes in, Adam Ida finds the back of the net. And like I said, Emerald could be a different player here. I always said in the last game, those shots at the edge of the box are on.
Yeah.
That's where we see it being activated, and it's all tied up here.
Yeah, example didn't see this one coming 100%. He thought this was going to be a clear coast. Yeah, remember, he's one of our nationals.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
He's that guy.
And Emerald, he's that guy. And Emerald looking to take his position right here, right now, and take that spot. Another ball over the top there won't lead to anything. But Emerald coming out of nowhere. I didn't really. When I was looking through the players and I was like, I've casted most of them, wasn't a player I really thought that highly of. I was like, yeah, he's really good, but there's just a different level. He's kind of proved me wrong within the first half, the first leg. He's kind of changed everything for me now.
No, I mean, look,
that goal.
Yeah,
clean.
conceding those early goals, it's kind of easy to imagine. Ooh, unlucky with a cross to the box. Conceding those easy goals at the start, you think, oh, maybe this is a mismatch, but it's the pro scene. These guys are well used to coming back into the game after a deficit. And the high through ball, could it be on? Has a man through on goal. In Adam Ida looks for the dribble to the right, but Williams is there to clear it out.
Good feet.
This game is getting interesting right now, man. This is back and forth. Both players look like they're in prime shape to get a goal. So 20 minutes left on the clock. Let's see who gets it.
Yeah, this is obviously the first leg. We don't want to see it go to a tie. We want to see it go all the way. We want to see the goals open up. We want to see that 3-2 scoreline going into that leg and putting the pressure onto your opponent. But right now it's all in the Emerald Herald. He's holding it well, but he just gives it up at the last pass. That was the one to open it up. Very, very close to breaching that defence there. And we do see a great ball through. Example, all one-on-one. Keeper has to come out early, but he goes for the shot and he doesn't get it off in time. Could keep possession. Doesn't get to keep it though. And that was close. It was close.
I would put my house on him finishing that chance. Oh my word. That was, and to be fair, brought out the keeper. That was the right thing to do by Emerald. He put him under pressure, caught him at the perfect time where he couldn't do a ball roll or he couldn't lack Roqueta out of the way. Fantastically defended and goalkeeper movement by Emerald here. And he's going to try a counter-attack of his own down that right-hand side. Gets the ball. He has possession, but he needs to find a man in the middle with Johnson. Ball goes out of play here. And this game, listen, it's exciting right now. This is what you want to see.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to see. Back and forth, everyone trying to pick up chances, create opportunities, be those playmaking players and get it into your strikers. But it's just the last second, the last opportunity, it just falls apart. And it's great defending every single time. This is not a lack of good attackers, it's just great defending.
Yeah, it's very, very nicely done by both players here. From a moment of madness from the start where it was 2-0 up to example to 2-all, 83 minutes on the clock. Both players showing very different styles of play, but successful at the same time. It's even Stevens here. 5 minutes left of the first leg of the E-League of Ireland second semi-final here. Winner going to join Owen Mulligan in the finals. Ball in the box. Lewis with an unbelievable finish in that bottom corner. The early cross was there. Found the pass, found the man, and found the finish. Incredible goal.
Incredible goal, and it couldn't have came at a better time. It couldn't have came at a better time. That's going to be straight in Emerald's head. It was like that, I nearly had it. I nearly had the tie going into that one, but it just falls apart at the last second. Emerald, you have 4.5 in game time. You've got a little bit to work with. You have that yellow card sitting over you as well. You don't forget that one, but there's still a chance to get something back, tie this one up and go into the second leg knowing it's all on that match alone.
Yeah, listen, this is it. Last attack here we could be looking at Emerald a bit under pressure. Only one goal though if this is to go into the second leg already, which isn't a lot in the pro scene. But look at this pass and play. Very unlucky cut out there by Example, but he loses the ball again. It's going to go out for a throw in. Pressure still on here. Emerald already showing he can find those passes and find that space.
Bad throw in, gives it away, and that should be the ball being driven straight out of play. Unless Example wants to play with it a little bit, he's going to go for an over the top. He's got the pace, but he's getting pushed off by the defender. Will go back in play, and we are. Yeah.
What a game! Unbelievable, unbelievable.
We're doing the first leg. We have one more.
We've one more leg to go. Example showing his moments of magic that he can do.
There's a chance here. We have Emerald and Owen in the finals.
Wow.
Think about that in the back of your head. There's an opportunity there for all of our favourites to drop.
If you were a betting man, I mean, that would have been it would have won you a lot of money.
I'm checking the betting sites now. ELOI to see if there's anything on there.
Yeah, we'll see if there's anything on the website. But no, listen, incredible stuff. I said Example was going to score a cross goal. Came just at the last few minutes of the game there. Emerald though showing up to the field. Listen, we talked about how good Example is. Let's talk about Emerald for a minute here. Defensively, very, very difficult start for him.
Yup, Wexford.
Yup, the Wexford. Started off 2-0 down, but came back into the game, and to do that against a player like Example, very, very impressive. Direct passes helped him out. He found goal a couple of times, but Example just got that cross at the end to separate them. How do you see this second leg going, Sader?
The second leg, I think there's more pressure on Example to kind of show up and show Owen what he's going into. I feel like he's thinking about the next step, the next phase. He wants to get as much out of this one as he can, so he goes into that final momentum, tempo. He's got that morale boost. Emerald might be able to play off that a little bit. If he puts enough pressure on Example to go, you still need to win this one, that could change things up a little bit, because a good player is always prepared for every single game. A great player has won this one already and is ready for the next one. So there's a difference between 2 goals and 1 goal. That's all that's in this one. Yeah,
one moment. You know, we've seen what Emerald can do already. If he scores the first goal, this is going to be a very, very interesting fixture. But once again, we know what Example can do. And he's here on the ball right now at that left-hand side. Bit of pass and play here, and you know, I won't be surprised even if Example wants to slow this down a tiny bit, control the play a bit more and wait for his moment. But he's through on goal here. Benson on the ball, tries to find a space. Omabamidele there to clear for the Emerald, and he's going through on goal here. Again, finds a lot of space at the left-hand side. Has a man in the middle, actually. This could be a massive opportunity. Scoops around, has to go back to O'Dowda. Finds a man in the middle in Cullen, but is that going to be a foul? Could have been a counter-attack there.
That looked soft. That looked a little bit soft. Now that wasn't my favourite one, but we do see a good opportunity here. Example, okay, that happened. Example just manages to give that one away just a little bit. Emerald, things are kind of going back and forth now, and Example needs to get this forward quick. He needs to push this one on. He finds a nice pass there.
That is lovely, and just goes out of play here. Example kind of showing what he can do from switching the play. He knows what he's doing on the ball, and he can find that man at any given point. Lovely bit of play here from Emerald. Has McLean out wide, has the overlap on, and Eric knows that's going to be the pass to play. Defends very, very well. A lot of pressure on right now for both of these players. So it's going to really be about that next goal, and it goes out of play. So many mistakes early on here.
Yeah, there's pressure there. Everyone's starting to worry a little bit, and they're making very silly mistakes. These are like me playing FIFA with the lads on the couch mistakes, you know. This is a little bit different. This is the high level. This is where you have to be at your best at all times, tuned in, and you can't be getting tuned out.
That's the cross we're talking about! What a save by Travers! Nearly puts it in the back of the net. 10 minutes in.
You can't do that to us. We were having the crack.
You come through. We're having a good conversation.
Amazing football, amazing FIFA, and absolutely brilliant passes in over. There's the Garavic was lining up, and the green time was there, but doesn't quite get that one off. There's a little bit of style there from Example. That's the personality I want to see.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, a lot of pro players, they follow a formula here, and you can tell that Eric doesn't. He switches it up, and in the best way possible. You know, he puts players on the back foot. You don't know what he's going to do next, and that's what makes him such a threat going forward. We've seen 3 incredible goals. Yeah, so versatile. 3 incredible goals from him already here. Looking to get a 4th. We're going to see if he can. Ball into the box there, but defended well by Example. If you're Emerald right now, Sader, how would you play the rest of this first half? You're 1-0 down.
I wouldn't have got it this far if I was Emerald. I You wouldn't even be in the top 16.
It would have been it, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm one of those players that likes to play the long balls. I like to find
Yeah.
space in the place where the defenders can't get to me, and then work from there. So I want to see more of those, like German crosses.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
see stuff like that. I want to see something that puts the pressure in, not the interception, but where are you placing your defenders? Because you can't really work that well with the defenders. Right stick at that level of control,
Yeah.
insane. So something like that, like something like this. Nice out on the wing, cross it in now, get the pass across. Oh, he doesn't go for it.
He tries to scoop in. He has a man in the middle. He's just trying to find him. Ball on the edge of the box here. Goes for the shot. And
Good hands, good hands. good
great
hands.
goalkeeping there. Safely takes the ball. You know, when we talk about fixtures here, Example, obviously one of the favourites in this tournament. I've seen so many games of Example versus Mr. Welly, and one thing that Welly did to Example that really cut out his play is holding the ball against them. Possession play is the one way to close him down, but the Travella is just not on. Yeah, Mr. Welly kept possession and just
That ball nearly hit us.
I know, it literally nearly did. I don't know where that's gone. But possession play is the way to put Eric under pressure here. So if I'm Emerald, I'm holding the ball and I'm making the most of it. And he might just be able to hear, has a man through on the left-hand side of Ogbene, ball in the box. Just defended well by Example.
Still in possession though, still has the opportunity here. He has more players coming to them. The balls are going through. He has an opportunity here. He's on the edge of the box. He needs to get the cross back, but doesn't get it out from his feet. It's sticky and he doesn't get it. And Dundalk, they have an opportunity for a counter-attack here. Players already offside, though, so has to be played back. Kind of ran it a little bit too early there, Example.
Yeah, he's trying to force the ball out here very quickly. I think he feels the pressure of the day as much as Emerald does. And here he is. Ball falls to him on the counter attack. We know he sends these men forward off the ball, and that's a lovely switch of play here. Gives him an option down this left hand side, and yeah, he looks like he's slowing it down a bit. It's what I predicted from Eric at different times in the game. He has to slow it down, switch it up just a tiny bit. He's been very much attacking based the last while, and I feel like him slowing down the play enables the pressure to be on Emerald to push players forward, and that's when Eric catches you on that counter attack when you're not expecting it.
Yeah, so Example looking for those counter-attack opportunities, but he does have a player on the run, but he doesn't get it off in time. I saw it in the corner. I even pointed at the screen. Like, look at that player. I know where you are. I know what you're thinking. I'm starting to get good at FIFA now.
Yeah, you learn.
You learn as you're watching, and that's the most important thing when you're watching games like this. You can pick things up, and they're going to pick up a yellow card.
Listen, yellow card there as well. And listen, like you said yourself there, for anybody watching at home, it's such a nice environment of FIFA to watch. Two pros playing at the highest level. You'll pick up some tips and tricks by just watching this gameplay in front of you. That's what I've done for years. I've watched pros. I've seen how they all do it, and that's a lovely bit of skill and trickery going forward here. Has a man with the high through ball. Will he be able to find them? Finds it on the floor. Hoban through, for example, tries to get it through, but Bamadele clears it out for Emerald. And Emerald's defence, has to be said, has been pretty solid.
It has been really, really good, and with that 5-man line he's trying to break through now. He's actually stopped and played there, so that should be a free for Emerald there. Yeah, spotted that one straight away. It's like, you can't block the play, you can't be doing that. I thought a right strict control didn't really work out, but the first free kick we've seen that's actually made a pass work.
Yeah,
it's falling apart.
They've lost it, that's true. Lifted pass there, doesn't go through, and now this could be a big, it's defended so well by Emerald. Emerald's able to win the back here very, very quickly. I feel like Example is passing it too fast, and he's losing the ball when he gets the ball out of defence.
He's worried about getting it out from his feet almost immediately, and it seems to be Emerald's a little more in control, a little more calm about these things. But sometimes you need to be erratic with your play to find that gap. Sometimes you just need to go, I need to take this one. Like, take that opportunity that's just sitting in front of you, or you'll end up in this position where you're constantly playing it back and not finding the space because everything's been shut down.
Yeah, it's getting very scrappy here as well with the passing. Both players losing possession very, very easily, and they're both trying mad things at the moment. They're trying high through balls. They're not following the pro script right now. They're not passing it around the defence and waiting for their moment, which is very, very exciting football right now. But one goal currently separates them. Eric here, one goal in the lead, and he needs another one to solidify this game. But here comes Emerald on the other side. Obafemi, ball roll, scoop, turn is successful. But he hits the red. He hits the red finish. That could have been it. He set it up to perfection, but the timing at the end didn't let it go through. Wow, that could have been it.
That's when I was really stared at the controller for a while, because you're just like, I can't believe I missed that. I can't believe I missed that. That was so close. The red time just ruined it for him. There was a pass sitting there as well. Did you spot it at the last second?
Yeah.
The player was running in. You're just like, I thought it was a pass, and then it just kept going and going. I was like, oh no, that's not it. But
I'll tell you something. Those are the moments that you look back on. You're like, if I put that away, it's a different game. So,
but the mind game now, for example, is that could have been 3-3 going into the final half. This is the last bit of the game. This is the last quarter.
Yeah.
And that could have been 3-3. That has to weigh on you just a little bit.
Yeah, I think over this leg, I think we can both agree that Emerald's looked very, very good and nearly looked like the progressor in terms of attack here. You know, we've seen example put out some mad moments of passing and skill and all, but Emerald's looking very good here, and he's well capable of getting that extra goal.
He's changing the tier list because we kind of thought it was an upset, but maybe Emerald is just that good.
Yeah.
Maybe he is one of the top 4 players we do have here.
Yeah.
That could be something. Well, look, apart from you, of course. You're
Yeah. I don't know about that now.
you weren't even in this tournament, you know. You weren't a thing. You were too good for them.
No,
you know,
listen, didn't enter. Definitely don't look it up online.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
That's why I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can't take us away from the desk. This is where we belong, you know. But yeah, like it could be changing into a top 4 players. There's a great ball there, for example, could have led into something, but just doesn't quite land the way he wanted it to.
And yes, players moving forward here. Emerald now looking for that chance. He's nearly found it once or twice. Will he find it here? We have roughly 30 odd in-game minutes left on the clock. Nice little play out wide here. Finds the overlap. Has a man in the middle. Johnston out wide. Will he find it? Goes for the ball roll to find space, but example defence so well. He knows what he's doing. He cuts out that lane, and he has a man on that left wing, and that's exactly where the ball is going. If it's a first-time touch, he could be clear through. Takes possession of it, slows it down just a bit. He needs to wait for his men here to get into the box. But example, his passing lanes are ridiculous.
Yeah, there's something there about that channel, that avenue that he has to play with. But Emerald, once again, looking for something over the top. There's plenty of defence. He gets the first touch. No way does he get the first touch.
Oh. Just goes over the bar. Even in that moment, you're not expecting that shot.
All in on Wexford. All in.
He might touch it in.
Every chip is on Wexford now. Yup, Wexford.
Yup, Wexford.
No, it has to. Like, it's so good. Like, he's finding these opportunities and examples. Kind of gone quiet. He's like in hibernation, waiting for finals. And Emerald Herald's like, not yet.
Yeah. No, Emerald. I literally said he's going to come out here and he's going to play this differently, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's taking control of the ball. He's making sure Eric can play this over the top kind of stuff here. And once again, he cuts the ball out of play. His pressure football has been absolutely phenomenal. And now he has space out the left-hand side. He's running the channel. Will he be able to find the pass in or even the cross? Has to recycle, go back just a bit. He's going to keep possession of the ball here. But at the same time, there's 13 game minutes left. He needs to get a goal here, Seder, or he will not be going to that grand final.
He won't be going to that grand final. Not a lot of time left. And Emerald knows he wants to get this one. He's going to start playing. He's going to play nice, clean football here, but does get dispossessed. Example, wants to play possession game here, or do they want to go for the goal? Do they want to go to finish this one? Emerald's going to say no to that one almost immediately, though, and says, I want that ball back. This is my time to shine. If I have to make you score another own goal, I will.
Listen, he's really eager here and he wants this goal. He's played so well, you could argue he deserves it here. Obafemi on the ball with the green time, has a second chance at it, but just defended so well by example. He's had so many of these major opportunities, but he just cannot find that shot to on goal.
Yeah, the hat's coming off now. I'm starting to sweat a little bit for them, but like, it's getting so close for Emerald Herald. He just needs to find that last pass, that last opportunity to tie it all up, get into golden goal, and we've had 3 golden goals just over the final stage.
I know.
So it's just going to keep happening time and time again that these teams are so even. Look at the attacking formation coming out now as well. You see that in the bottom left?
It's changing up right now. We can see both players are eager to seal this game out. Example, of course, has that 1 goal lead. He can wait out the time, but against Emerald and how he's playing right now, I'm sure he needs to get another goal on this.
Ball goes out of play there. Good tackle to shut that one down. We see the formation change coming in. Wants to get more forward. Get the speed back in there as well. We're going to see, okay, yeah, we're getting rid of the legs need to be refreshed
100%,
here.
yeah.
And with everyone being 95 rated, I know there has been some controversy with it, but everyone's good. So it doesn't matter, throw them in.
Yeah, exactly. You know, even some players will prefer players who have the height advantage because they still have that 95 pace. So there's no kind of layoff. So that's why you see the likes of Adamida as a great person to bring on in that striker position if you are on the Ireland team here. And we see him come on, so he's a great player to win the headers down, to win the balls over the top as well. And of course, Adamida, great finisher of the ball too.
Yeah, he does have it. He has something about it. There's something about it right now. And to be honest, I'm still an Evan Ferguson family. Sure, it's same second name, so you kind of have to go for it. Like, you know, every time you see his name up in lights, you're like, that could have been me.
Yeah.
But no, like he's been playing exceptionally well. And he's a great youth coming through for Ireland as well, and he won't be robbed from us this time.
No, he will not. Listen, he's true and true, and he's going to be sticking around, and hopefully we'll see him score a lot more goals in the future here. Ball out wide for example. Oh, a lovely bit of passing here. Could be able to find a pass in the middle. If he does, this could be the goal to seal the game. Finds play out wide. Look at this play, the 1-2 passing, but cleared out here by Emerald. And listen, he needs to score right now.
He needs to score right now. He needs to find some avenue to get that last bit of success. That last one, he's buying a lot of time there over the top. Does get the touch, will keep possession though. That's the most important thing. He can't give it up now. Not a lot of time left in this one. Going to push it back, push it across, open up some space, drag the defenders. He's starting to find something. He's got it into the... Oh, there was an opportunity there. I saw
There
it pass.
was. I thought the shot was on as the green time was warming up there, but he doesn't take it. And now examples on the counter-attack. He has a man running forward. He's waiting for the movement, pushes him out wide here. And he's going to keep running this line. Elliott on the ball. Christopher, a man in the middle. Goes for the ball roll and step over, and he's holding possession. Listen, 10 minutes left on the clock. If he seals this out, he will be going to grand finals. Ball goes out of play. This is really intense right now.
It's too close.
Very
it's too
close.
We see Dundalk changing to the depth. The depth is coming in
See,
now.
listen, constant pressure here. I'm pretty sure we're looking at Emerald here, changing his tactics around. And yeah, constant pressure. You want to win the ball. You've 9 minutes to do so. At a pro level, holding the ball for these guys it's second nature to them. You know, recycling back, playing with the midfield. So every one bit of possession here for Emerald, he needs to score.
Yeah, and it's the channel swaps coming through.
Yeah.
The ball's straight over to the other side. Drag everyone across, send it back. Drag everyone across. Try to always just have it in motion where no one can get near you. No high press, no high ball, no Jurgen Klopp, none of that. Stay away from that one. We're just going to play it straight from the back. And right now, yeah, that looks like the plan from example. He's not going to give them the opportunity. And once some space opens up, he might see an attack. Something like that straight over the top, but offside.
Yeah, it's very unlucky there. Goes to the high through ball. It's going to be an offside call here, and Emerald just needs to get himself together here. 7 minutes on the clock. This attack right now could be his last. He's got to be aware of that situation. We can see he's putting all his players attacking fullbacks, getting the box. He's throwing everything forward, and it might be the moment here. Adamina on the ball. Green time, and it's top corner, and it's all level here. 5 minutes left on the clock. Adamina comes through. Emerald back into this game.
Yeah, that's absolutely clean. That's crisp. Exactly what we need to see in the press coming through. That's the change in tactics. That's pulling them forward. That's everything we needed from Emerald. And God, you love to see it, though. You love to see it.
Unbelievable. Listen, that's the finish that we wanted to see. Yo, Wexford. Listen, Adamina, as I said, he's that player. You put him through on goal, he can put that finish in. Green time, that pressure is exceptional. But here is example. Can he be a thorn into this tail? He's onside. A man in the middle. Oh my God! He's only gone and done it. A goal with 3 minutes left on the clock. Example gets the goal. And the fairy tale ending for Emerald might have been caught up early. Wow.
The slipper didn't fit. The slipper didn't fit. But there's still time. There's still a little bit of time. It hasn't struck 12 just yet. There's still one more opportunity here. It is going to be cut out immediately by example. He's going to drive this one forward and send it straight into the sands. There's no opportunity here.
Oh, he's onside, is he?
Don't do it.
Example's true. Has a man in the middle. Will he find him? He's going to go out wide, hold it off. 20 seconds left on the clock. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your finalist. Example will be facing off against Owen Mulligan in our E-League of Ireland finals. What a game. He's sweating right now. Get that man a towel.
Yeah, 100%. That's too close. Very, very well done. We will be cutting to a very short break and we will listen to some more amazing music. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. I know, don't worry. Look, me and you have been through so much together for I don't know. Like for real, you're already sure about this, aren't you? And that's okay. But my door's always open. Just let me know when you're coming back home.
You can do this all alone. You don't come alive no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Tell me when you're coming home. Anytime you feel alone, please just call me on my phone. You can do this all alone. You don't come alive no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Just tell me when you're coming home. Baby girl, I love you, I mean it, we had a vision. I was gonna make it, I focus on my ambition. How could we just go from the nights when we were kissing? Now we got a point of our lives, we reminiscing. If a nigga try to play you, I'm shooting, I won't be missing. Just a while ago, you were cooking up in my kitchen. All that superstition, we pushed them into existence. Now we just ain't speaking and now the sides start switching. Tell me that you love me, just tell me that you need me. I was gonna work this out for us. Tell me you believe me. Just tell me that I mean so much to you. Tell me I can still call you my boo. I don't wanna believe in you. Baby, did you really think this through? You can do this all alone. You don't call my line no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Tell me when you're coming home. Anytime you feel alone, please just call me on my phone. You can do this all alone. You don't call my line no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Just tell me when you're coming home. I'm just trying to talk to you, baby, you never listen. I don't talk to none of these females all on the gram. Everything we done was there and nobody business. I just want it back, I'm doing all that I can. Remember at the beach, we covered all in the sand. If I'm being honest, I really don't have a plan. I just have some feelings I want you to understand. I would treat you better, take care of you like a man. Oh, oh, yeah, oh. I can't do this all alone. You don't call my line no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Tell me when you're coming home. Anytime you feel alone, please just call me on my phone. You can do this all alone. You don't call my line no more. Seems like this relationship is falling like a domino. Tell me when you're coming home. Just tell me when you're coming home. Yeah, yeah.
One day I'll be rapping on the stage. I'm a raw lion, so I'm locked in the cage. Rapping is about passion, not age. I open up the next chapter, not the page. Sometimes you need to hear the lie to know the truth. Sometimes you need to see the crime to know the proof. Sometimes you need to be on to wear the suit. Sometimes you need to plant a seed to know the root. I'm when you stay strong, you gotta be a man. Until the haters you keep the hustle like Jackie Chan. What I don't understand is why people are hating you for no demands. You gotta take a stand and always be happy. Nowhere around, cause if they see you sad, then they knock you down. And if they knock you down, you gotta get back up. And if they laugh at you, then don't give a what. You gotta be yourself, don't let them push you down. If you wanna be a king, gotta fight for the crown. But I'm still in the shadows, man. Tell me when the world will know who I am. Gotta be yourself, don't let them push you down. If you wanna be a king, gotta fight for the crown. But I'm still in the shadows, man. Tell me when the world will know who I am. OJ Shakur, OJ Shakur, OJ Shakur, OJ Shakur. Shout out to Michael Munker, Dennis Fitzgerald, Kayla Jeffrey, Chloe Miley, Kieran Sadie. Man has been dissing me for quite a long time now, yeah? Listen, cuz it's gonna end right now. Mike sit down, Mike sit down. Act like a roadman, Mike sit down. Hair like a black sponge, Mike sit down. Guy wanna warn me, Mike sit down. Yeah, guy wanna clash with me. Take all his chance, yeah, Mike sit down. Yeah, man wanna flip scam me. I fuck your bitch 4 times, yeah, Mike sit down. What? Mike sit down. Bars I drop, make it bounce to the stove. Man thinks he's buzzing alone. Trust me, you don't know about roads. Rap is the life I chose. Listen, cause that's the way it goes. Man claims he never know me before. If your mom don't, but your sister
knows. Listen, boy, passion is gold. Inhaling fire, my overdose. Telling everybody that he wrote. Now who wanna touch your 1-inch choke?
His future will be told. Football career, haha, some joke. Staring at me is your biggest regret. Working McDonald's, boy, don't choke.
Don't choke.
Think I care about my move? Looking like a black ass Winnie the Pooh. Looking like a pancake put in the oven. 500 degrees still light under you. Acting like what I'm saying ain't true. You bring your man down and I bring my crew. Man plays for Villa, I play for them too. Fake rice delicious like white rice and stew. Guys buying like get your back right and prove. If I use gun paint, then you use devil's food. So JD get ugly, he won't die by you.
Just used to come to your JC in school.
R.I.P.
Call me Rita, small boy junior, I can be a senior.
Don't say sorry, no matter what be bad. Keep popping out of this mouth, I'm a diva.
Damn man, sit down there. I spit the balls that the man don't care. You will never have a career with your fake accent and your curly hair. It's not fair, is it? Take your fucking talk like too big. Wanna reply back, I wanna risk it. I crush you up like a rich cheap biscuit. Yeah, like an alarm, I dismiss this. I'ma blow out the candle you just lit. I'ma put you down in a bit and destroy your girl's pussy with my big lips. Go, go. Yeah, man, sit down. Act like a road man, Mike, sit down. Hair like a black sponge, Mike, sit down. Guy wanna warn we, Mike, sit down. Yeah, guy wanna clash with me. Take all these plans, yeah, Mike, sit down. What? Man wanna flip scare me. Fuck your bitch 4 times, yeah, Mike, sit down. Kill him, Mike, sit down. Act like a road man, Mike, sit down. Hair like a black sponge, Mike, sit down. Guy wanna warn we, Mike, sit down. Yeah, guy wanna clash with me. Take his plans, yeah, Mike, sit down. Yeah, man wanna flip scare me. Fuck your bitch 4 times, yeah, Mike, sit down.
Yeah, she cool. Try. I'm pretty sure that I love you. Pretty sure that's true. See these catties in the side. They ain't nothing like you. You can't say I never tried. Cause you know I still do. But in these ends ain't nobody that exaggerates the thing like you do. See I love you still. Yeah, I know it's just mad. You know I care about you. I don't care about your man. Thought we get close to the ends. Don't even try to bell me if you wanna bell me about being friends. Right now I can't lose you, but I ain't being friends. Just hand me them contacts. Let me see you again. Call you my babe. As corny as it seems. Came in as my princess, but you left as my queen. And you know what I mean when I say that. Got no time for a playback. Got no time for these girls on the side. Got no time for a layback. Got no time for a waste youth. And I swear right now you a godsend. And if my lips get dry on my lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. And if my lips get dry on my lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. And baby girl, even though we had issues, I could tell one of us stayed honest. It's like the whole world stores when I'm with you. Can't need you even though we ain't on it. And if my lips get dry on my lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. I broke my phone. So how can I message her? Cut my old computer, then I build you a messenger. And you kept my streaks, and I kept you safe. God knows I'ma bang anybody in the face that would try and call you babes. It was 2-man job, but I fell in love. Just me and you on the sofa. Now man, I'm not copping no ock. To my boy them shop that I loved her. Told girl there's no job this time. With your head on my chest I said link. You said yes with your lips on mine. And then we started linking. Everything fell in the drain. I won't lie, still love you, but you don't feel the same. You're mine for a bit. Don't know why I let you go. I just wanna let you know, that if your lips get dry and on me lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. But baby girl, even though we had issues, I could tell both of us stayed honest. It's like the whole world stores when I'm with you. Can't need you even though we ain't on it. And if my lips get dry and my lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. And if my lips get dry and on me lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no Carmex. Yeah, baby girl, even though we had had issues. I could tell both of us stayed honest. It's like the whole world stalls when I'm with you. Can't need you even do it, ain't on it. Letting my lips get dry and my lips you. Fuck that, I ain't using no comment.
Told you twice, then I'm invested. But I can't waste my time, you know my time is precious. Take you to a jeweler for a diamond necklace. All the girls don't like it, but they will respect it. All the boys you talk to keep on moving reckless. If you roll with me, just know you'll be protected. Call myself a monster driver like a Lexus. If loving you survivors, then I've been infected. They talk behind the back, but they could never tell us. But they know the strap is gonna lead them breathless. You did it on your own, girl, and I respect it. Helping other people, never taking credit. Never been the best on my emotions. So what's the aftermath if you don't get the message? Girls are everywhere, it's you that I selected. When God was making you, we chose to make perfection. The world that I used to love is broken. So I just wanna see the world from your perspective. I'm on this road, and I'm not sure where my heart is headed. And if you lose me now, I know you far regret it. Told you once, told you twice, then I'm invested. But I can't waste my time, you know my time is precious.
Yeah. Hey, fellas. Young 11. It's gang shit right here, baby, you know what I'm saying? Love. Yeah. We shoot our shot, but none of us carry a gun. No, we don't. She said she love me, but she don't know where I'm from. No, she don't. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War. We start a war. We start a war. You want the crown, but you don't know I want it more. Too busy seasoning the beef, I like it raw. She said she love me, but she do not know what for. This is my game, so no one's beefing with your core. They made a raid, but me and my guys, we made it poor. I made a shit like H2 will take you on tour. Give me my money or I'm about to kick your door. They won't be chatting when I drop them to the floor. See, every situation starts with lip buttons and gun. And if my niggas shooting, then we aiming for your lung. And if you see my guys up in your crib, you better run. Cause if we catch you locking on my life, you're getting done. And every competition in my name, I haven't won. Young Shakur, I'm Tupac's son. Music is my life, I do it hard, I'm having fun. Mama told me focus on your dreams and starting young. We shoot our shot, but none of us carry a gun. She said she love me, but she don't know where I'm from. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War. We start a war, bro. Say my
name out in the public, that's a no-no. You need your guys to pick you up, I'm riding solo. And when I got that line up to do in factory, I felt like Stonesy when he was picking up his mobile. They never put me in the back, I'm in the front row. Oh no, hoe can never break the bro code. They think I died for 5 months, I was in ghost mode. Now I'm back and now I'm charging up for God mode. We shoot a shot but none of us carry a gun. She said she love me but she don't know where I'm from. Trust me, I'm coming for the throne, I won't be long. Yeah, I'm so savage, got no heart like 21. War, 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 war. We start a war, 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 war. We start a war. Yeah. I'm 11.
Delighted for the lads today, you know, and I don't know what to say really.
What was it like for you watching on the sideline in a game that was just topsy-turvy?
Things were just going through my head, you know, and because, like, you know, I don't want to leave the people of Waterford down, you know, because they're my life, you know. People of Waterford are my life, you know, and I love me county, you know.
We love John Make this drop, bro, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. Make this drop, bro, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. I swing like Ken. Write my bars with a book and a pen. Too many man won't push me down like it's not your time, but you're not Big Ben. Used to roll like boys, now we roll like men. Man want beef, I bring your friend. You roll out with my boy in around. Back when I heard, let me swing it again. I don't switch no styles, I'm Percy. Got 11 on the back of my jersey, star in my country. Austin Gleason, that's why too many man try merge me. I got love for the pros that's sturdy. I got love for the people that love me. Bear man on the way for no reason, but ready to dip when the storm gets ugly. Need help in the ends, then shout me. At the top of the game, don't doubt me. Make this P, I'ma make these raps. Send man hospital to collect this bounty. Put the shit on my chest, now proudly. I don't care if the storm gets cloudy. Got too many stars, I'm back. But I don't mean I won't back my county. I'm about my county. Oh, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. Make you drop, bro, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. I am the one like heady, I'm in the cut already. To be sneaking gal like Greenwood Foden, but don't get caught like Terry. See man don't ball like Delhi, cause if I shoot it's deadly. To my ex-girls from Kilkenny, but they don't swing like Henry. Why? Man won't talk about winners, I'm fighting my villains like Doctor Who. See man won't talk about drillings, your boy went shit when the gang came through. Your boy went shit when the gang came through. You say I like I just don't know what to do. Chef man like rice and stew. Spaceship set man up to the moon. See a new thing claims she a townie, but I can swear that she lives in Cha. Send man to shop a reach to get me some sweets and call me a block. See this gal on Snap a sweet one, but she lives up the north and ma. I got a boy called Michael Collins, so we put the city right on the map. One more time, city right on the map. Bro, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. Make this rock, bro, that's the plan. Still in ends here with the gang. Should be in Croydon with the fam, but I lost me county like John Milan. Drip so wet, high in demand. Make you slip like them baba. Canuck sheen in the blood, so don't get shook if I swing like Ken McGrath. Like Ken McGrath.
Well, there's the captain, Ken McGrath. They've won the Munster Cup. Can they go even better than that? Can they win the All-Ireland? They'll go close. Great day for Waterford.
myself for. I blame myself for. I blame myself for. I blame myself for loving you. I blame myself for. I blame myself for. I blame myself for. I blame myself for loving you. I blame myself for. I blame myself for. Should I make a move now? I make a move now. I feel like time's passing me by. I've got so much to prove now. I've got so much to prove now. But she be seeing boys on the side. So should I tell her I love her? Should I tell you I love you? Or she just have to say goodnight, goodnight. And when I look at her snap score, numbers going up every time. I blame myself for. I blame myself for. I blame myself for.
All right, so here we are for the grand finals of the E-League of Ireland. I'm joined here by Seder. Seder, we've seen so much happen throughout this amazing event, and now we are at the curtain call. This is going to be a fantastic game of FIFA.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, especially with our new up-and-comer, our new player.
Oh, yes.
Like someone that's kind of broken through those ranks and really put themselves into that top tier, Owen Mulligan.
Yeah.
Really excited to see them and how they do against Example, who has, I think, shown us some amazing moments, but he hasn't been as great as we came in thinking. Like, Emerald really held him to a point there, so
yeah,
I don't know how it's going to go, and that's what I'm really, really scared for right now, because Dundalk, Drogheda had two great teams. No Ireland now, no Evan Ferguson. So I'm really looking forward to that, but more importantly, Owen Mulligan has a lot to prove here, that he deserves that, and with one of our E-Nationals on the pitch and someone looking to take that last E-National spot to bring Ireland forward, it's a lot to play for.
It really, really is. You know, going back to Example, in the last game, we seen him score some spectacular goals, but we seen him on the back foot, which you don't usually see here. So Owen Mulligan here has a lot of confidence going into this final. He's up against a veteran in the Irish FIFA scene in Example. This is going to be great. We have Drogheda versus Dundalk. This is what it's all about. Grand final stage.
Best of two as well.
Best of two. I got to ask you on the spot right now, what's your prediction?
What's my prediction? I kind of want to go for the underdog. That's how I always like to go for, but Example shows so much personality, so much flair, and such amazing play that sometimes you just kind of have to go for the favourite. But I'm going to stick with Owen Mulligan for now. Just myself, just for the youth, just because I'm not young anymore and I'm too old to be playing FIFA at this level. But I really want to see Owen Mulligan do well, because it just gives me more hope for the potential for the future of Ireland going into these big tournaments.
Yeah, you know, Owen Mulligan showed something in his last fixture as well in the semi-finals, which I haven't seen often, is an absolute perfect defensive performance. He did not concede in that fixture whatsoever, and unbelievably tactical player in terms of defence. Example is a player who's going to test that. He has these over-the-top through balls, he has the German balls, the crosses, he has so much... The Gara flick as well, listen, it's there. He has a lot of weapons in his arsenal. Will he have the tools to break down Owen Mulligan's defence? That's the question here I need to be answered.
Yeah, and then you have to remember the prizes as well. Get to go to all the men's national games next season. Getting closer to the Euros, some great teams coming through forward.
Unbelievable,
yeah,
listen.
Really, really look forward to that.
So much great prizes on the line. The best in Irish FIFA are going to battle it out. That's what you guys are watching right now, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the show so far. I don't know how this game is going to go. For me, I asked for your prediction. I think Example might take this. Your team, Owen Mulligan. We're going to have to wait to see who wins this game.
Yeah, so you're going to have to go against me and go for Example here, right?
I will, technically
so do we have to go biased, like?
Yeah.
That's just how we have to go. Like, we have to take some bias. But yeah, we're looking forward to getting into this one. We can jump straight into this one. We're getting all the thumbs up. Even the thumbs up are coming. You know it's starting to get good. Really looking forward to this now.
This is it. Here we go.
I'm so scared for Owen, but I'm really rooting for him here. The youth coming forward, and yeah, let's see. We have the lineups coming through, the tactics coming through. Is there anything you want to see early? Do you want to see Example take that kind of early pressure, early style, get those early goals once again that did kind of set Emerald on the pace of you have to go forward, or is Owen going to have that perfect defense coming through again? I
feel like Example is so good under pressure. He's well versed in the pro scene, and I think that's going to shine through here. I wouldn't be surprised if Example gets a goal early on here and mixes up the game.
Here comes the sentence.
But here's the sentence again. These players mixing up. You know, everyone plays a different style of play. They're making sure that everything is in place. But Example just catches people out. Those crosses are absolutely vicious. You see it time and time again. He knows what he's doing. But then again, Owen Mulligan, one of the best defenders we've seen.
Defensive. You already see that come up straight away. You know that he wants to play with possession. He wants to play with that kind of style and grace of sitting back and waiting for the opportunity. He's not trying to force something, and that's something that a lot of players do need to watch out for. If someone is that calm and collected at LAN on stage in finals, that's a worry.
Yeah, listen, he knows what he's doing. These guys are here for a reason. And on the ball right now, we're on that left-hand side, trying to get ball into the middle. It's defended so well by Example, and he's going to try to push this ball out. We can see he's sending players on the runs already. He's trying to execute that plan that we've seen him do time and time again in that ball over the top, and we see it being spread out wide here. And you got to think there's so much pressure on the line right now. This is the winner of the event. The cross goes in, defended so well by Owen Mulligan. This is going to be a fantastic fixture.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. We already see some of those adaptable changes coming through from both sides. We do see a ball over the top coming through right, Drogheda. They have a great chance here. They have something building.
But the ball goes for the shot, and what a save by the goalkeeper. Example gets lucky here. 7 minutes in, just avoids that, and that could have been a moment early on.
I complained so much about goals early, and I'm just getting treated to so many great opportunities. And we're going to leave these chairs by the end of this, because it's just getting closer and closer. See the ball being played quite well here. Owen Just needs to find that
great
gap.
bit of play, step over boost, goes for the ball into the middle, but defended so well by Example, and he's going to hold this ball now and get the pressure back under his foot. He knows what he's doing. Thing about Example, like we said already, you know, he's the player who you expect it on paper to possibly win this game. He's been in the pro scene for a while, but Owen Mulligan came through with some unbelievable performances in this competition so far, and you know, regardless of what happens today, both players should be incredibly proud to be on this stage and be here right now.
Yeah, and this will get taken back there. It's just they're trying to find that little angle that they're going for, and they're not quite finding it. They should be so proud of how far they've got, but there's still that last 2 legs to get through, and that's what we have to keep an eye on at all times. It's nail biting, and I know everyone in there right now has their favourite in their mind, and they're praying and hoping that they get that opportunity, they get that chance to take it all the way. But right now, slow pace, everyone's calm, everyone stay cool. We're cool here, we're relaxed, no feet are jumping, we're not jumping in our chairs just yet, but you have to get worried constantly that that one opportunity opens up and everything will change, and then we'll get tense again.
Exactly, we're waiting for that moment, and here we have Example here trying to force that right now on the left hand side. Tries to go up with Benson, but recycles a bit, and he's keeping the ball under his feet here. You know, once again, we talked already about the setup and how this game is going to go. Owen Mulligan showed already a couple of nice attacks so far. Maybe he's stepping off the defensive foot just slightly here against Example, and that's what we want to see. You know, he scored that golden goal to get him through the finals, up against one of the best players in the competition. So we know he's able to score, but can he do it again? Example through here, but
that looked too clean of a defence. He just took the ball, scooped it away, and went, no, okay, let's just stop that now. We're not having that here. No, and it was really clean. It's the offensive play again coming through, and Owen, he's so good at it. You can't doubt it. He's just really, really good at controlling the pace of the game in that defensive zone. He doesn't get panicky and doesn't go lunging for tackles. He just takes it away nice and clean, and now we see the counter attack. He's got an opportunity. He's going to have to pull it back, though. He's not finding the players, not finding that space, but Example's giving it to him this time.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of letting him play with the ball and letting him go at the lay of the land here. Oh my god, he's a chance through, but defended so well by Benson. Gets in with a very, very hard tackle, and he needed to do that in that moment, or it could have been a green time finish and an early goal there. Example going for the ball across the field, can't get it in time here. And listen, this defence by Owen Mulligan, it's been absolutely rock solid in this event so far. Example's going to need to come out with something spectacular if he wants to break it down. But speaking of defence, Owen Mulligan on the attack right now, and Example defends. It's back and forth here by both players.
Yeah, and I can see the opportunities opening up for Owen, and I'm just like, go on, just take it. And that last one where he just was inside the box, had the opportunities, took a little bit too much time. Sometimes you just got to get it out from your feet. Just take the shot, green time it. Just make sure you put your foot through the ball and your finger nearly through the controller. Just make sure you get it right, make sure you get it perfect, and the opportunity was there, didn't take it in the end. He'll be kicking himself later.
Yeah, he will be. You know, it's in these moments that every single thing you do counts, and we see Example trying to make that, but just defended so well. Owen Mulligan's defence, once again, so solid. It honestly seems like every tackle he makes is perfect. He just knows what he's doing. Feels like he's a step ahead of his opponent at times with his defence, and you know, at a pro level, to say that about a player just goes to show you how good he actually is.
Yeah, exactly. If your defence is that good, it's something you can always use in your team going into these nationals as well. Keep the scouting alive, because if he's able to hold the defence like that, you know you have someone good on the team that can be that bulwark of the defence. But that over the top is a decent one, but it doesn't quite work out that way, as it is going to go back out for a free kick, and it's a very slow paced game, but you know they don't want to give any inches either way because they know it'll take a mile.
Yeah, exactly. One goal in this final could be everything. High through ball, nearly finds the man Keeley there, cleans the ball out that right hand side, and you know, we see Example, he plays this style where he goes to that high through ball over the top, or that cross in out of nowhere. He nearly gets it every time. You feel like every time he does it, he has that opportunity to get a goal, even if you're marking it. At the end of the day, one of those goes through and it could be game over here, but defended very well here, and Owen Mulligan goes out wide, and Owen Mulligan's attacking play has been so good already in the game. Nearly finds a cross through already, and I have to say, even from the last game from Owen, his attacking is looking way better this game.
Yeah, it is looking a lot better. He looks prepared going into this one. Like, he has a plan, he has a drill, he has some exercises done. He's going to go through the motions with them, so he's going to keep an eye on those as they go. But right now, what can you do if, for example, he hasn't really got the same opportunities?
Yeah, no, look, it's going to be a very, very tough fixture. Thing about the pro games, though, is these are 2 legs you're going to see here, so both players have a lot of time to get into this game, to change their tactics and to mix it up. And against Example over 2 legs, you can imagine he's going to get one of these mad passes through. But on the other end of it, here's Owen Mulligan, has Foley on the ball, goes for a bit of skill and trickery, has a shot through, but just can't get the shot off defence there. Just closes it out. And you know, we talk about Owen's defence, but Eric's defence here, his last ditch tackling here, has really saved them a couple of shots.
Yeah, but they look at the possession, goes straight back, and he has a great opportunity here. He opens it up, he goes too much skill, too much trickery, and looks like the fool himself.
Ooh, and that's going to be half-time. Nothing to separate the players here just yet, but you can see 2 shots there for Owen. No shots for Eric, and that's something we're not used to seeing. Usually Eric
He's the attacking player.
He's the attacking player here, so we might see a different Eric going into the second half, a different example, but Owen Mulligan really showing what he's all about today.
Yeah, and we're jumping straight back into this one as fast as we can go. Both players want to get this one and done. They want to be winning this leg, and as we burst back in, Drogheda, Dundalk, back at it again. This is the second kind of quarter overall of the 2 legs, and we haven't seen enough from either team to give anyone an edge, but Owen has been showing more in terms of growth already into this one.
100%. Like I said, even from the last game, he looks like a more well-rounded player. And it's like we said at the very start of the event, you know, coming into this, it's all about experience, and the header just goes wide. Lewis
He rattled it.
Woo, gives the post a haircut. That was so close, and like we were always talking about example, those crosses can come out of nowhere. So unpredictable.
Yeah, we nearly saw that go in from here because of the angle that it was going at, you know. Sometimes you just think it's in the back of the net. You see the post rattle, the net rattles, you get scared. Jesus, Owen, that's what we wanted to see, though. That's what we wanted to go into this one. I'm sorry about example not looking as good, but I'm happy with my predictions so far. The youth is showing up, though, and that's the important thing. There's the potential for the future for the player, and that's what we wanted to see from someone as young as he is, and absolutely brilliant stuff coming through already, and he looks very in control. But
ooh, the rainbow flick going for the power shot there. I see Eric throwing that into the wind again, trying to get it through, but just can't find the shot off. Play here for Owen moving forward, and he's keeping control of the ball there. He's done so well. Has to be said, though, in the last 10 minutes, example
has come alive.
Has pushed forward. Yeah, he's definitely come alive here. He's thought to himself, right, you know, I got to kick this up a gear. Owen's kind of taking control here, and Eric's trying to take some of that back, and he's done well so far.
He's done well so far, but I just think, like, Owen still had the defence solid there. It was close, but he still had the man there to get the pressure onto the player. There is that AI pressure that if a defender's near you, your player has a higher chance of missing things like that. There is things like that in Owen. I think he's just playing it very, very well right now, as we do see. Once again, example going forward, trying to get something going.
He's a man on side here. He could touch it down. Hoping on the ball. Will he be able to find that pass through? And he goes back to the edge of the box here. Nice little recycle from Eric, keeping control of the ball, and that's where experience just shines there. Goes for the cross, has a man in the middle. What a save by the goalkeeper. Example nearly finding the net again from a cross, and just so hard to defend those.
It is so hard, but the keeper comes through clutch. It goes straight down the centre, and he does manage to get some hands on it. Will go out. He's out of the box.
Another save. He just strikes it at the keeper. He was expecting the keeper movement there. It didn't come through. Wow.
MVP already. That keeper is keeping the game alive.
Ooh, that would have been goal of the event if that went in.
That would have been goal of the entire tournament right there. That was cheeky, and I like the attempt. Very, very nice. But we get back into the swing of things. Example looking like example.
Yeah, listen, we could see in the first half he was looking a bit off. He didn't get his attack underway, but now you can see he's having fun. He's being more flowy with his movement, and that's where we see that example, like you said, liquid FIFA. That's where we see him at his best.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see from example. Liquid FIFA flowing with the way the game goes, and right now Owen is feeling the pressure. You see more players coming forward for Owen, though, so he's trying to change things up a little bit here, and we have to see what's going to happen next. It's very back and forth. We do have a good opportunity here. Example's trying to get something going. It's just not falling the way we want. Example needs to get forward with this fast.
Yeah, listen, it's been a bit back and forth. We've seen Owen a bit on the back foot now, with kind of Example stepping it up a tiny bit. Owen Mulligan doesn't seem to be as confident moving forward, and we're seeing both players have their own kind of moments where they're taking control, then the other player takes control, and the other player takes a step back here. Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's a mental game as well at the same time. We're talking grand finals of the E-League of Ireland. A lot to play on these players' minds right now, so they got to make the most of every opportunity here. And he goes for the volley. Will it go through? Goes for the rainbow flick, power shot, green time. It just isn't there, unfortunately. Blocked out again by Owen Mulligan, but Example has a bit of space here out wide, and he has a man in the middle hoping on the ball. Just goes out, very unlucky. And here are the substitutions.
Yeah, here comes all the changes. We talked a little bit about this, me and Danny were talking about D Campion. We were talking about this. We were saying that there's a time that he says to himself, if I haven't done anything, I'm changing everything.
Yeah.
So he just takes a time, 65, 70 is usually his mark, where he plays in the last minutes. He changes absolutely everything he can. And we've got the 73rd minute. Looks like the changes are going to start flowing through, and 3 subs, they're available to you. Use them. Just get all fresh legs on, find that little bit more pace in those areas. And if you take your subs well here, you could change everything, and that's kind of what we need in the end of the first leg. It's about to end. No goals. We're going back in time a little bit here. I want to see 3 3s and 4 4s, but this is how good these guys are.
Yeah,
they don't give them anything.
No, and as you said, that ball goes through, cleared out very, very well by example. But no, you're completely right here. One substitution could be the difference. We've seen Adam Ida come on in the last game, for example, to get that goal right at the end. So every single sub counts here. Will it be a defining factor here in the last 30 minutes of game number 1? We're going to have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see what happens. This is just so close. It's too close to tell. We can't really say, oh yeah, it's going to be example, just kind of cutting it in and right at the end like he did last time. We can't say that because Owen won in golden goal. He felt the pressure already. He knows how to get it right at the end, but that's a great ball over top. Example.
It's lovely. Yeah. Ball in the middle, but Keeley clears it out. Goalkeeper's on the floor there as well. That could have went absolutely anywhere. Owen Mulligan manages to get it out there, and you can feel the intensity in this game right now. There's 10 minutes left. You can hear it. You could hear a pin drop in the room, I swear to God. Ball going through here. Through the middle, he has an option, but he doesn't go forward. He goes out wide instead, making example really think here about how he's defending this game, but he gives it back to him again, and it's getting scrappy. 8 minutes left on the clock. Yeah,
it's getting messy. No one really knows what they want to do. The executions aren't there. The plays aren't being made. They're just trying to find any pass they can. There's no real drill here. There's no way you can practice for anything like this.
Ooh, defended so well. The AI right in the middle to block that, and that could have been it, man. That could have been the goal that separates them going into that second leg. But example's defense comes in clutch yet again.
Yeah, can you imagine the room if Owen scores?
Oh,
can you imagine the room? I'm waiting for him, hoping for it. But example once again, he's going to hold his possession here. He's going to change the channel, swap it, change everything, go for something. Does find some space. We'll have to use the skill moves to get out of this one, as that defense will become solid once again. Owen is so good at this. Won't give them any space, won't give them any opportunities. It is going to be that could have been something, but it wasn't to be.
Passing lane just cut out there very, very well by Owen Mulligan. You know, we talked about his defence already. He's been the most solid defensive player we've seen in this event so far, and even on the attack, he looks like he's improved this game as well. This is an absolutely phenomenal matchup here for the E-League of Ireland Grand Finals. Can't imagine two better opponents here to face off against each other. And speaking of, it is the last attack of the game. Tries to force the pass through. And that means that we're looking at a second leg here. Wow.
It's kind of like golden goal.
Honestly, every game with Owen Mulligan is golden goal. This man does not concede.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. There's way too much going on. There's way too much you have to try and give away, and it's a mistake that needs to be made. That's what worries me. There has to be a mistake.
Yeah, we've seen some scrappy plays in the midfield. You know, even in the first half there, example, give the ball away maybe once or twice in the midfield. We could look at a player like Owen capitalising on that, but then on the other end of it, example has that crossing ability that can put any player on the back foot at any given moment. He nearly scored it there. It was one of the goals in his previous fixture as well. Will we see that moment of magic from either player in the second leg? We hope so, but both players matched up extremely well here for this final.
Yeah, we're getting our kits ready, we're getting our tactics ready, our changes coming through, and it looks like they're going to jump straight in. And I do have to think that I think there's more of a chance of a mistake from Owen in that defensive line because he's so new, and this is the best place to grow and learn and become that top tier player. But I think there's a higher chance of a mistake coming from a younger player that might lack the experience and knowledge of being at this level for so long, like example is.
Yeah, like example has that behind him. He's already played at LAN events as well. You got to remember this, not only online competitions, but he's well versed in any styles of FIFA, and on the ball, you know,
been around for longer too.
He's been around
FIFA for longer.
He has, and you know, even in the last game when the equalizer came in the 83rd minute, he still came and he scored. He just has that ability to turn it on at any given time here. So example will need to show a bit of diversity and a bit of experience here, and maybe he will. Coleman on the ball, tries the trick, he goes through, Mayo on the ball, lovely turn, and he gets a second shot. It's blocked incredibly well. Wow, unbelievable. Big chance there, but Owen Mulligan says
calm and collected.
Yeah, it literally is. Owen Mulligan was having none of it. He put his players on the ball where he needed to. Example went out to the far side of the player, had the shot, but just couldn't get it on goal. That could have been a massive chance.
That could have been a massive chance, and it was. I actually just think that was an opportunity missed more than anything else. The shot just didn't come off, and it was just Owen staying solid. No lunges, no tricky tackles to try and get the ball back. He was just like, no, we need to stay solid, stay in formation, stay in the right positions.
For Owen Mulligan, Foley on the ball. What a block by the defender off the line. Goalkeeper seemed to be in no man's land for that. I don't know what placed that defender there, but that was unbelievable.
Yeah, AI, or whether it was Example themselves getting that player in to intercept that ball, that could have been the opportunity for Onan. That's what we like to see, back and forth. Everyone gets their chance. Who takes it better, who capitalizes on the opportunity. Not mistakes being made there though by either side. That was just good attacking play from both.
Yeah, very fantastic play from both players here. And Owen Mulligan here, you can see he's pushing players forward. Very, very high pressure here, at least from his attacking players. So he's trying to put Example on the back foot here early on, and rightly so. With Example, as we seen in the previous game, as I was saying, he can score a goal at any given time. So you want to play that mental game with him, get a goal early and get the lead.
Yeah, and this is where the floodgates start to open, right? Once one comes through, they start to come faster and faster, and this is where we have to go with this. It has to be he's thinking about where he wants to go, whether to go to the right, down the middle, around the left. He's trying to find out where the players are, where the channel is, where that opportunity might open up, and where Example's weakness is, because I don't think they've found it yet.
No, it's very hard to figure him out. You know, like we said already, these games are kind of like matches of chess. The players trying to figure each other out, but Owen Mulligan, no one's been able to figure out his defence yet. He's conceded 0 goals in his last game, and he's coming in here and he's already looking fantastic. His attacking play too. If anybody's going to score against him, my money bet would be Example with those crosses. He can do it at any given time, and here he is! What a finish by Hoban! 1-0 Example, and he turns it on just like that. Incredible finish.
Adapting immediately to the play, knowing he has to get that cross in. Exceptional work there from Example, but it's not over yet. Owen still has the opportunity to get this one back. It's the second leg. Maybe it is the golden goal, but we don't know that just yet. Can't count him out, but Example, that was amazing.
It's what he does, that's all I'd say. He is that guy for those early crosses. He can pick the perfect timing, and he does it there to perfection in Example standard, as we're always used to seeing. But then again, Owen Mulligan, that's a goal he's conceded now. The
first one we've seen.
First one. The question is now, what does he do? How does he switch up the play? Does he keep doing what he's doing, or does he push more players forward? Obviously still early in the game, but you know, it's a puzzle he has to figure out.
Early in the game, we have to remember this is the second leg. We haven't had a single goal. It's that time is building up constantly. We've already had 90 minutes of in-game time. Bring in 25 more, and that's the first goal. We don't want to see it go to another 90 minutes before we get another one. He needs to get one now. And this half, if he gets it this half, that puts down a statement. It's like it's not going to be easy for you from here. They need to get it now. They need to put that pressure back and send it back to a draw. Yeah,
you know, Everett did extremely well here to get a goal early on in the second leg. You know, we've seen these fixtures already with Owen Mulligan, and it's been 0-0 for a lot of the fixtures. You know, this is one of the first times Owen Mulligan's been behind. You know, you got to think about that as well. So it's another dynamic here to his mental. But look at that passing play. Example does extremely well to block that. And once again, you know, we talk about Owen's defence, but his attack has looked so good this game as well.
Yeah, he's growing as a player every single time he plays in these games, and that's what we want to see. We want to see the growth of the scene itself, and that's what we're all here for. And seeing Owen Mulligan do as well as he is, it's just that Example. It's just that different breed. He is that guy. Yeah. He's just a FIFA kind of person you kind of go to, and I'm sure that Owen will be coming to him after and being like, any advice for what I could have done better. You know, just a little bit of growth more, and we could see Owen again back in the finals next time around.
100%. I mean, look, Owen's come out here and he's made a statement. I've rarely ever seen an event with pro players where they conceded such little amount of goals over the amount of fixtures they've had. It's absolutely incredible, and it just goes to show you the level of talent we have here in Ireland with the pro players, whether it's the veterans like Example to new players coming in here like Owen Mulligan. There's really a shout for all of them.
Yeah, there is a shout for all of them, and everyone has come to the top 8, top 16. Everyone's done really, really well, and they've all really showed up. We can't give enough credit to the players themselves, and everyone behind them has got them here. They have coaches.
Yeah,
you had a coach, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I got one of my pro players, my friends, to coach me. But you know, you can't coach everybody. Draper though has a chance here, finds the man through green time, and what a save by the goalkeeper! Wow, everything was done right. The snapshot, the dribble, the ball was a bit low, but it still was a green time shot. Goalkeeper manages to keep that out. Here's Owen Mulligan again on the edge of the box. Travella, green time. Another shot that we talked about earlier on. You got to watch out for that one.
Yeah, you do have to watch out for that one. But he's on the attack, and that's what we like to see. More opportunities. He's going to go for another one. It's going to be a short pass. He is actually going to lose possession there. That's not what you need. Example has an opportunity now for a counter-attack. Needs to find some space. Needs to find this player. He does. Could be a 1 versus 1 with some fool, some trickery. Something could come through, but it's going to be played back in. Let's talk about that attack a little bit. Owen, there's an opportunity there and just kind of squandered a little bit.
Yeah, look, I think he's feeling the pressure of the day. You know, there's a lot on the line here, and you know, in this given moment when you're moving left and right past the defender, you're trying to look for options, and it can be very difficult to see that. You know, you have a goal right in front of you, the green time shot is on, and it's tough to make the right decision. That's going to be the end of the half. Only one half left to play here,
and one goal in it.
And one goal in this fixture. I mean,
are we going to have that Suarez moment?
Oh, I don't know.
Could we have, like, do you have the power to go for the full Suarez?
I mean, we're going to have to wait and find out, man. There's definitely a chance for some...
Cara Messi.
Oh,
and
Cara Owen. Ruin the whole field.
Yeah. We could do it. It could be something special. And that's what we kind of need here from Owen. Yeah. Something special.
Listen, he's already proven that he can do it from defence to attack. Example has that one goal lead, though. We have 45 minutes to see who is going to be the champion of the E-League of Ireland. Will it be Example or Owen Mulligan? We're going to find out right now. Ball goes out wide. Example defends that so well. Catches Owen out, but he gives the ball away, and massive opportunity. Draper here, ball rolls, goes backwards, and he loses that opportunity, but the ball falls to him again. It's back and forth here. Tries to force the pass through. Very unlucky not to capitalise on that.
You can't do it like that. It just falls apart. You can't do it like that, and he gave too much to it. He overplayed it a little bit, and
wow.
I don't want to see that happen again. I want to see more from that.
You see, this is the thing. You have so many elements in your head. You're like, do I fake it out? Do I go for it and go for the obvious green time shot? But Example read it extremely well there. You got to give Example props. He gave the ball away, but he made up for it in how he judged the situation. And that's what makes a pro player at that level.
I just want to see the top level of FIFA. I just want to see Owen come back into it, get us the golden goal even, bring us all the way, and really strain our voices to the absolute limit.
I want to go home tomorrow. Go home
Not
and listen, no stream, just Strepsils 24/7.
Strepsils. the liquid coral ones.
Big time.
They're good stuff. I like them ones.
They're good. They're nice. Yeah.
I don't really like the drinks, the lemsips.
No,
I can't.
Not a fan. Not a fan. No.
The blackcurrant one. It's just not blackcurrant.
No.
You expect Rabin and you get this other weird.
Yeah.
Sticky and stuff.
It's not it, is it? It's not it.
No sponsors from them.
No
anyway.
sponsors. No. We've lost that opportunity.
Yeah, but we do have to thank our sponsors that did help out with Energize Energy and Curry's. Big
Curry's and Energize for getting involved with this amazing event. You know, pushing esports in Ireland.
Are you cream soda or are you the original?
Oh, I'm original.
Are you original?
Original. Are you cream soda?
No. I'm original myself. I'm original myself.
Yeah.
Any cream soda fans, give us a shout.
Yeah, give us a shout.
Thank you so much for sponsoring the event. Brilliant event. Brilliant show.
No, of course.
Young Shakur as well.
Yeah, Young Shakur as well. What a fantastic artist
people
as
at
well.
home can't see it, but we do.
Yeah, listen, we can see it all. We get the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Exactly, that's exactly what we needed. But as we do come in, there's going to be a pause queue. This is where the changes want to start coming in, and we want to see another opportunity for Owen. But Example, he wants to put this one to bed. Yeah, he does. One more goal could settle the tie here, but we're going to have to wait and see. There's a bit of back and forth play. Both players losing the balls at different intervals here. The ball goes out wide, has a chance. Example recycles just a tiny bit. He has players out wide, players in the middle, going back again and just maturing the play here. We're expecting to see a lot more forward pressing from Owen Mulligan very, very soon here. But if Example gets a shot here, this could be the end. We'll see what he does. You just have that feeling something magic's going to happen. Example on the ball. Has it just on the edge of the box to Coleman. Finds Elliott. Goes out wide looking for a man in the middle. Goes out wide, has an option on the edge of the box here. Goes for the shot! And it just scrapes wide. There was something in the air. You could tell that was going to be close. You're not allowed to do that, though. You're not allowed to do that to us. It was so quiet and calm, and then you just see it looping. You just have to watch it the whole way. It was like it was in slow motion. Yeah, but like you feel every heartbeat in between it. Like, can you imagine how they feel on stage? Woo. I can only imagine. You can hear it in your headset. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it. Speaking of, there's no feeling like it though. Finals. No, there's not. No feeling like it. It's a magic moment. Listen, what we're seeing right now on your screen, constant pressure. That's what you're expecting at this level. Yeah. It's at the last moment you got to push everything forward. We did see a goal with it in the last game. Will we see it happen again? Eric's been in this exact situation, so he's versed in it literally in the last fixture. Are you one of the players though that says it's still 0-0?
Oh, 100%.
You're one of those. You're one of those.
100%. No,
Okay.
listen, there's one goal in this right now, but until it gets to that
From either side, even if your example, you're like, it's still 0-0.
Oh,
I
yeah,
still
yeah.
need more goals.
100%. Until it gets to the 89th minute, for me, it's 0-0.
It's always
It's absolutely 0-0. Yeah, 100%. And I guarantee the pros
So
feel
you're the
exactly
Sunday
the
League
same.
7-0 up. It's still 0-0. It's like we're 7-0 up, man. Chill.
Listen, exactly. You know, you got to play the half. You know what I mean? Play that.
Doesn't matter what happened. Make the keeper cry when you were younger. Remember those days? Yeah, like Sunday League's a little bit different. Sometimes the keeper doesn't even show up.
No, listen, you got to put anybody in goals. You know, the left back has a shift in goals the odd weekend. You know what I mean? It happens. The striker's in there. The tall guy gets in.
Yeah.
Happens sometimes.
Decided by height. That's the favourite keeper.
Height is always it. That's why I was never in goals. I'm very small, so
You
got
are
away with
lucky
that.
then.
I'm very lucky. Oh, the ball could be a chance here. Oh, Morgan has a chance right by the ball. The crack O'Kenna, and he scores. And that is going to be all tied up in the 73rd minute. He takes his chance. He waited for the moment to la croqueta.
And the worm.
Found the back of the net.
The
He
worm,
does the
and the
worm
worm.
in style. Wow, what a finish. And it's all tied up.
That's all we wanted, though. We want competitive FIFA. We want the
Yeah.
highest of level and own. That's what we wanted to see from you. Absolutely exceptional example. You're feeling the pressure now, aren't you?
Yeah, listen, like we said, though, he's been in this situation already, but will we see a turn in the tide? The ball goes through to that right-hand side. Will he be able to find a man in the middle? Oh, defended so well.
We
Prime
can't say
Owen
it
Mulligan.
enough about Owen. Defended
Nah,
so well.
so
It's just
good.
the tagline that goes under.
And he's through. Is he through? Is he onside? He might just be. He is indeed.
Go on,
Owen
Owen.
Mulligan. The ball roll, and the keeper just clutches the ball. That could have went anywhere, but for the keeper to get down and grab that was impressive. Wow.
It's getting tight now. It's getting very, very good, and there's mistakes being made on both sides. What can you do in this situation?
There is. It's been ridiculous. Like we just seen Eric give away the ball there the second after that opportunity. He seemed that he was a tiny bit rattled, but we'll have to see him move forward here and how you can come back from this. You know, being in the lead for a good 50 odd minutes in the game, and then it's 1-all again. You know, like we were saying, you got to treat it like it's 0-all from the start to the finish. But now it actually is 1-all. One moment could define the E-League of Ireland
One
champion.
moment, an example's looking for it. He's trying to get the ball over the top, but it's not going through for him right now. And we have to kind of take a step back and go, what went wrong, for example? Because he was the attacking player. He was the one we expected 3, 4, 5 goals.
Yeah.
And he's got one against this stellar defence. Is Owen Mulligan just that good right now?
He's looking great, you know. Even with example there, we could see him make a couple of mistakes leading up to that goal, but Owen Mulligan, he got the ball and he composed himself. Being composed in a final after being 1 goal down for the majority of the game is very, very impressive. You got to make it your moment. He did it right there. Can he do it again with 8 minutes on the clock? That's the question.
That's the question. But like the attack also came back straight again. He had another opportunity open up, and just the keeper had good hands, kept it in. That's exactly what was needed, and we do see him going forward again. Example gets a really good tackle in, takes it straight back. Possession being held. Last 5 minutes, we could be going to golden goal. There's going to be one opportunity left, and you have to snuff this one out very quick. You don't want to give him any opportunity. The last 5 minutes are the best 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is it right now. We're in the 85th minute. Could be the last attack from either player. If someone loses the ball, it's not going to look good. Ball out wide here, for example. He's trying to get a man in the middle. Goes for that cross through, but he loses it. And here is a chance right now for Owen Mulligan. This could be one of the last ones of the game. Gets the ball in midfield. Foley on it, has a man out wide as well. He's going to use him here, and he's trying to find an option in the middle, but this is where you see the pros be the pros. They're going to wait until the last second, try to get the last opportunity. What a switch here. Goes the ball out wide, tries to force it through, but example clutches out, and now he is going to have an opportunity to seal this game, but he loses it. Owen Mulligan through on goal, he has a man in the middle. Will he find it? What a save by the goalkeeper. Unbelievable stuff. Heartbreak at the very end. Owen Mulligan nearly walking away there with the title, and it's gonna have to go to golden goal. Incredible performance by both players, though. Give it up. That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable stuff. That's too close to call. Way too close to call, and that is just stellar from both of them. Absolutely amazing from both players. What can you do? What can you say about them that hasn't already been said?
I don't know. It just incredible stuff there. Owen Mulligan coming back into the game, nearly sealing the deal right at the very end when it mattered. But examples, goalkeeper once again just having a stellar performance. But now it is down to the nitty-gritty. Now it is down to that one goal that's going to separate these players. It's bittersweet, but it's exciting. One goal
It's
going
better
to
than
define.
penalties. It's better than penalties.
Yeah, penalties. Yeah, they can be very frustrating.
It's rock paper scissors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just really in-depth rock paper scissors.
Yeah, it's true actually. It's very true.
Yeah, it's just bad dexterity, and you just throw out two at the very same time, and the ball goes up over the top, and you're just done. But golden goal, I think, is a very, very good way to do it, because it's just that one opportunity you have to take it, and you can't give it up either, because that counter attack will come straight back for you.
So true. And listen, I'll tell you something. I've seen a lot of these golden goal situations, and I've seen an example. Been in these. The Trevelyan getting to the box is nearly there, but he could lose the ball. It goes out for a goal kick. I've seen example in these situations in golden goal, and let me tell you, he is very versed in this. If I was a betting man right now, I probably would lean towards example.
That was
but Owen Mulligan nearly had that in the bag with the Trevella pass. Nearly found a man in the middle. This is going to be an exciting couple of minutes of football.
Yeah, and you can't call it either way. You can't give anyone the edge, anyone any step in this one, because they're just too closely matched.
Yeah, they're very.
Going into this, you expected a favourite coming through, but there's no favourite here now. It's all the nitty-gritty. Everyone needs to get this one absolutely perfect from start to finish. Every pass, every play, every movement. And I'm more than excited to see who's going to take this one, because time's ticking away constantly. You can feel it building in them.
Yeah, listen, this is the moment for a player to come through and show what they're all about. Mulligan wins the ball again, and you can see his players pushing forward here. He is on the attack, goes to that right-hand side, looks for a man in the middle, and he might need to recycle there. He does so very well, holding possession of the ball. One moment's going to define this, and Eric wins the ball again. It's so back and forth, it's scrappy, but both of these players trying to send enough players forward to get a chance on goal. Will they find it here? The creative run, high through ball, could find the man. It goes back out wide again, and example nearly finding success with that pass.
Nearly finding success, nearly finding the end to everything right there, and Owen still calm and collected. He was still very, very calm on it. But
Bowman again, he has a man in the middle, he finds the cross. Will he shoot? Oh my lord, I couldn't speak. Holman with the ball, nearly finds the shot, hands on head for that. That could have been the moment to seal the deal.
Two moments, one apiece. It's been too close to call on both players. What can you do in those situations? It's just all muscle memory. You just have to go for it, and just doesn't get it out from his feet. But this could be it. This could be the moment.
Holman again has a chance moving forward. Elliott on the ball, goes out wide. This could be it. Man in the middle. Little bit of skill and trickery, finds success with it. Goes out wide to Benson. Will he find the Trevella? Red timed. Keeper claims the ball. If that was green, though,
if it was green, it was over.
Could have been a different story.
That's way too close. And example is playing with our hearts right now, and still Owen. One more opportunity for them, and it could go the other way. It's so close to call, and what can we do? We just have to praise them so much for how well they've played over the courses to give us probably one of the best grand finals we're ever going to see.
Listen, in terms of excitement right now, this is FIFA. One goal separates, and the ball's given away. Example has it here, puts the defender on the floor. Ooh, very risky passing. You can tell the pressure is building up for these players. They're playing very risky passes.
Yeah, they'd have to find any erratic pass. As soon as you see any opportunity, any path, any avenue to send it straight away, and it's just that could be the difference between winning and losing. The interception, it could be the true ball. It's very, very slow, and
that's the first time I think we've seen a miss cross from Eric. He's been very, very accurate this whole game.
Yeah, he's very accurate, but that was a bad one. But it's worked for him before. It worked for him last time. What gave him the opening to take that 1-0 lead. So we have to keep an eye on that as it goes. But it's 1-1. They've only scored one goal each. We're in the golden goal. The time is slowly ticking away as well, and it's just getting.
Yeah, listen, the pressure is building, and like we said.
Do you think they're more calm than we are?
I probably so, man. To be fair, they've probably been here a lot of times. We're here nervous, biting our nails here, watching this performance by both the players. But once again, like the likes of example, he's versed in this situation. But Mulligan, the up.
Doesn't get it out from his feet, and the defender gets to close him down, and that's
so well defended. Yeah, it's just unlucky. Well defended by example. I was going to say the up-and-coming player Owen Mulligan here put on a stellar performance so far. Can he find the finish that he wants here, or will we see that diversity and absolute experience from example shine through here? We're 30 minutes on the clock. Example pushing down that left-hand side. He's looking for a pass in the middle, but Owen Mulligan just cutting out that so well. He's trying to make sure he's passing into the man in the middle. Goalkeeper claims it again. As I said with example, he's going to be hitting them all day. All it takes is one.
All it takes is one. As soon as it lands on the head of someone, it's going into the back of that net, and keeper hands have to be perfect. And to be honest, the keeper is the only one you don't control.
Yeah,
it's the only one you don't have control over, and that I know some players want to be able to get between those sticks sometimes because their keeper just falls over, but It does
Oh, he's
happen.
going to do the shot! Oh! The rainbow flick power shot. You could see there was space in front
Gara
of him.
flick. Like the Gara flick cannot be done right now. That is illegal. That is an illegal move.
If
but they're going for it. They're going for it.
He
It's
is-
a great opportunity.
Wow.
Shut down Owen.
Owen just so good at the defending. He can just pick the man out. Oh, and he loses the ball here. It could be a massive opportunity, for example. Has hope on the ball, tries to go out wide, but just that defence has been so solid from Owen this whole game. 40 minutes on the clock. Now it's time for Owen to attack. We've seen an example with a lot of these big attacks so far. I want to see something big from Owen.
Something big, something that needs to build up. He does. It's a break and play. It's a break and play. But he'll get the ball back. He will keep the possession so far. Opportunities start to open up now when the defenders start to get pulled out to those wings. He's starting to bring it into the centre. He has got...
Defended so well by example. He put a man right in that passing lane there that cut that out extremely well.
Yeah, the legs need to be closed for that one as well. If that goes through, you're done. And it's the worst when you get nutmeg just before the goal. Yeah, you'd feel that one in your heart and soul.
You don't want to be in that situation wide here with Coleman, and he finds a bit of success here. I think he's going to look for what we know he's going to do, the cross, but it's defended so well. And we can see though now that Owen Mulligan, he's alert to that. He's reading it.
He's getting the man in front of them immediately. He's going, I know where that one wants to land. I'm getting in front of it before it can even get there. His defense is so good.
Yeah,
I'm going to be asking him how to defend.
Same. Listen, man. I'm really bad at defending. I'm definitely going to be asking him for tips after this game. It's been incredible though from both players. There has to be.
Did anyone get a Brazil actually during the?
A Brazil?
Yeah, 7-1.
Oh, maybe me. I got trashed a fair bit, to be fair, in the tournament. So it might have been me.
It might have been you. Okay, fair enough. It's one of my favourite ones when the Brazil happens. You just put the controller down.
Yeah, it's game over.
That's me. I need to learn how to stop that happening. So I'm going to go ask Owen Mulligan.
Yeah.
It's worth how old I am and how long I've played FIFA, and he's that much better than me at the game, and then you just have to go, look, tell me how to defend.
Listen, some of these up-and-coming players are just incredible. You know, they put the time in, and you can see it on the pitch here, just incredible. I haven't seen a pro defend as well as Owen Mulligan, I'm not going to lie. He's looked phenomenal today, and he goes for the fake player lock here, trying to make example fake. Could have a man in the middle. He goes out wide. This could be the moment. It's defended once again. Example puts two men in that passing lane. Not a hope of it finding a man in the box here, and we can see that now it's up to example to push this attack forward. Lovely little pass, trying to find an overlapping play here, but Owen Mulligan's defense just looking as solid as ever. Might have to force it out wide, might have to go for a shot. What's he going to do? Ball roll goes through, and once again,
Look at the frustration. The frustration's coming through, sliding for some of them.
Yeah.
Just to try to get some sort of touch onto him. It's not quite going the way he wants. Lunging tackles here and there. It's getting worrying for both players now.
Yeah, it really, really is. We're 55 minutes in as well to this, and there hasn't been that deciding goal just yet. We've had so many close chances. Both players not even going that defensive. They've really tried all their attacking prowess here, but they've been unlucky on different occasions, whether it's Owen or example. Both of them have laid it out on the line here, and they're looking for that one opportunity, and this could be it right now. Ball at the edge of the box here. It is so intense right now. Cleared out from example, and he might have the counter attack here that separates him. Goes at that left hand side, has a man in the middle, but he just can't find them. Owen Mulligan just cuts it out to perfection.
You know, we've been here for a while when the battery goes in the camera.
That's so true. Yeah,
we've been here for a while.
Camera is gone right now. Me and Sader have been just doing the commentary. We've been here for a lot of different legs in this game. The camera can't even hack it anymore.
Yeah, the camera's given up, but we're going to stay here right till the end.
We are.
Stay here right till the end because this is too close to call in.
Oh, the shot goes in! Goalkeeper, wow. Any time that shot is man, you never know if it's going to go in or not. It's so intense.
My heart is every
same.
single time I see it. Just to see the bar build up. You see it start to go green. You're like, oh no. Oh, here we go. But example finds a nice one over the top. Will not get the man in front though, and it will be collected easily by the defense.
We see it.
Mulligan.
Yeah, he's looked so good. We see a pause cue here as well. Maybe some more fresh legs on the field to possibly help with some of these attacks. A lot of the players relying here on those over the top through balls, and we've seen success on multiple occasions, but not one major chance here on goal. But we'll see right now. One Mulligan here tries to get
look, swarm of defenders.
3 players from example. He knows exactly what he's doing. We can see Owen here putting pressure on with his forward line. And we have an attack here from example. Will he be able to do something? Tries to switch the feet. It doesn't work for him, and it goes back to Owen Mulligan yet again, who has a lot of men going forward. This could be his moment. Owen Mulligan tries to find the pass through the
blocked by defenders.
Clipped off the ball. You can argue that could have been a foul. It was definitely an off-the-ball collision there, but referee doesn't stop the play just yet. And once again, it goes back to example. It's so back and forth.
Yeah, it goes back to example, and here we get the pause, here we get the tactics change. Let's calm down a little bit, because we're getting hype. We're getting a little bit too hype. Right. You're playing as, I'll play as own, and you'll play as example. What do you do as example right now? What's your change of pace?
I'm not going to lie, I'm bringing on fresh legs, and I'm trying that over the top cross every time. I just feel like the fresh legs, if he can get in front of the man, it's game over. He knows what he's doing. He's so good at it as well. I think one of them is eventually going in. If you're own, what are you doing?
I think the main thing is that when you're taking those opportunities, get it out of your foot like 2-3 seconds earlier. He takes a little bit too many touches and he doesn't get the shot off as quick as possible. Just maybe take it a little bit earlier this time. I did like the first Travella you tried. Maybe try another one. Just try to ping something in. Something will work eventually. Yeah. And it just takes that one, but that's a great interception. That's great by example. That's going to open up a lot more for them.
It is. And he goes for the first time, but the defender just jumps and gets that out. You can see he's trying to catch Owen Mulligan off guard there by the quick attack and play. And to be honest, at this point in the game, you need to. 73 minutes in. We're already in golden goal. One goal will separate this fixture. Finds a man in the middle. Has to go back a tiny bit. He's just looking for that moment. And he's really picking this play out. He has men in the middle. What's going to be the play? He goes back across again. Owen Mulligan trying to find a pass in the middle. Goes for the ball. One example just has too many players cutting off that play. And now he's on the attack. And through ball goes in. It's on the left-hand side. This could be the play.
Yeah, this could be the play. This could be the change of pace.
Is he onside?
Is he
onside? He's off. He's off.
He's off.
He's off. He is offside.
Oh.
We talked already about those crosses being the factor.
Did you hear the room?
Oh,
everyone went up and went, wait a minute.
Yeah, the celebration turned to
hold up, let him cook. Let him cook. No, it doesn't quite work out. It doesn't quite work out. Last 10 minutes of the half now, and he's got to be feeling it now. He's got to be feeling it. He knows he has to go for this one now.
Yeah, that's a shock to the system right there. You know, it was offside, but it was a goal. That's going to definitely put a bit of pressure on him. But listen, some players are used to this pressure. Finds a player out wide, and example gets the ball. A player fell over there. That could have been a bit scrappy, but 82 minutes on the clock. This is it. There's 7 minutes left. Has a man. He goes for the first time high through ball. Gets it back here. Lovely bit of skill. Still has a man out wide in Mali. What's going to be the play? He's sending the man forward. We know what we're going to see. Cross goes in, but it's defended very, very well by Owen Mulligan. And now he is on the attack. It's very back and forth here. Example wins it yet again. Can he find the pass and the opportunity to be crowned the E-League of Ireland champion? Ball goes out wide again. Looks like he's faking that cross, but he's doing extremely well to find this pace out wide. Looking for that pass. He has to go back again. It's so intense right now. 87 minutes. This could be the last attack of the game. Lovely bit of skill there. Finds the play. Has a man in the middle, and Coleman has to go back. Goes out wide. This is it. 2 minutes left on the clock. Tries to play it out wide, and it goes back to Owen Mulligan. This is his chance.
Yeah, this is his opportunity. If he gets it now, it'll be the absolute Cinderella story. It'll be absolutely perfect for him. Does have to play it through the middle, does lose possession. It's example's last opportunity now. If this goes anywhere, this is going to go out of play. It's going to be out into the next golden goal, and it will be snuffed out as it started.
Wow, so we're going back to another golden goal again?
Another golden goal.
Well, here we go. Buckle up, we're going for another 90.
We just need to get water on like a drip now.
Honestly, yeah, we really do here. It just goes to show you, though, that both these players are made for this final. Nothing can separate them at all. We've been here. 2 legs. That's the 3rd one. We're going to a 4th.
And it's been ties all the way. 1 goal apiece over 3 games.
Yeah.
3 games and 1 goal apiece. That is. But this is where we have to talk about fatigue. We have to talk about the tiredness coming into the players when they start to make more mistakes. We could have seen a kickoff goal.
Oh, that would be a heartbreak finish to
this.
That
would be a heartbreak finish. But it could happen. We could see it immediately come through that it's just bang.
Yeah, it could happen at any given moment. And here we are. We see already the play going forward. We're still waiting for that 1 goal. And I know everybody watching at home, you're waiting for it too, to see who's going to be crowned the E-League of Ireland champion. Hopefully we're going to find out very shortly. 1 goal is going to separate it. Owen Mulligan on the ball, moving on that left-hand side, trying to find some passing play in the middle. We can already tell here, example's pushing a lot of players forward here. Looks like he's on ultra attack here. When he loses the ball here, this could be a chance for Owen Mulligan. Goes out wide. Lovely little scoop turn there. Tries to find the overlap in play, but Example reads that. He's well versed at this stage. Ball goes out wide again. Has a man in the middle, but he goes back to recycle. This is anybody's game right now.
Anybody's game. One mistake, one opportunity, and that is another interception coming through for Owen. We'll have the opportunity to get a pass off here. We'll try and slide it through to somebody, but he's going to play it back to the wing again.
Yeah, the ball's in the box. Header could be on. It bobbles to the edge, but Example clears it out there. That could have went to any man. Got to be very careful. Through ball, but it's defended so well. Owen Mulligan, his players are always in the perfect position.
He just knows where to place everyone. It's like he's playing the old futsal with the old tables.
Yeah,
you know, just sliding
yeah.
them back and forth. No one's going nowhere.
It's so true.
This is the opportunity. He's able to get it through. He has to play it back again.
Yeah, he doesn't seem he's confident with the amount of players he has going forward here.
Oh, no.
But hold on, this could be a massive opportunity. Seems to be a little break in the defence of Example, but he's going out wide. He's trying to get it back to his midfielder here, but that's a lovely switch of play. Obviously, the pause already taking place. Ball goes out wide. He has space to move with here. Can he find a man in the middle? Gets the pass out. Tries to force it through, but it's not there. And now we have Example on the break, and we know what he can do in these situations. Ball goes to the middle. Out wide yet again. The break is on. He's waiting for that run to go through. And he recycles, and he's trying to keep the ball, but the pressure from Owen Mulligan as well. It's so intense right now. It's so hard to call this game. Both players have been so consistent in their gameplay throughout. That's a lovely ball out wide. Will we see the cross of dreams or the pass in the middle? Pass goes in the middle here. Tries to force it through, but Owen Mulligan and defending just too good.
Yeah, they just go hand in hand. It's his own and defending. It's not even Mulligan. He's own the defender. He's owned the defender. He's just too good at it. He's able to do it every single time. But when you're against Example, the attacking player, and you're still doing it this well, that says something. That's a statement going to the rest of the E-League of Ireland. Everyone else is playing. Got to watch out for Owen's defense. If Example can't breach it.
Yeah, it's so true, man. Like, Example's been able to breach it once, but, you know, Example's the guy who does these things that you don't expect, and for the fact that, you know, Owen's brought him to this level is crazy. Ball goes in! Goes back to the player, headers, oh no! And that's going to be it! That's the goal! Ladies and gentlemen, Example is your E-League of Ireland champion. And what a green time header that was. We did not see that one coming.
That came from absolutely nowhere. That was absolutely brilliant. Commiserations, of course, to Owen. Played an absolutely brilliant game. We can't say enough about it. But we have an entire award ceremony to get to, so let's start thanking everyone.
Listen,
we'll go from the top.
That's it. Thank you so much, first and foremost, everybody at home for watching and supporting the E-League of Ireland here. We really appreciate you guys getting involved. Major shout out as well, of course, to Currys and Energize for getting involved and supporting the peak of Irish FIFA content here. And thank you so much, everybody, getting involved. Listen, it's been an incredible event. We've seen heartbreak. We've seen amazing moments. And listen, we've seen so much. It's just been incredible. Congratulations though once again to Example, and commiserations as well to Owen Mulligan, who had an incredible performance. He still secures a spot in the FIFA Global Series and of course qualified for the Republic of Ireland E-National team. Unbelievable stuff there. Example of course secures a spot in the FIFA Global Series and the Republic of Ireland E-National team as well. We are going to go through and go to our presentation. Thank you so much everybody for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon.